I took time to please everyone else, but not the one closest to my soul.
What kind of show is this anyway? Different. How different?
Impactful. Cutting edge.
Let's take this form, this very American tradition of entertainment into the 21st century, the new millennium.
Okay, no. Well, what's the name of the show?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Pleased to bring our feature presentation.
What you're here about to witness, the greatest queen of all time.
Okay, party people in the house. Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this
From west to east.
Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate the crack.
Ain't nobody
It is phenomenal.
like the queen.
Right here.
Who the world is this? So much drama.
From yo block to yo block. Heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is this? So much
Again and again. Wendy Williams, bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Gangsters of the Year award.
Once again.
I will not lie. I am just skating in the door. I do know that I have a bag full of tricks for you all. So just keep it here and help me out also. Of course, you're always welcomed on the telephone, 866-GET-WENDY, and the fax machine's open. The email, I check like once every 15 minutes. My email address is wendy@thewendywilliamsexperience.com. Ray J is coming through the show today. I saw him last night on One-on-One, but also it's very funny because Kenny Jordan at CBS just sent me this fax saying, Wendy, these shows won't return next season. Eve, All of Us, and One-on-One. But Girlfriends, Half and Half, and Everybody Hates Chris will return next season on the CW. I hope they bring back One-on-One. I liked what I saw last night. I can't wait to talk to him about it. I like Brandy's role on the show. Somebody needed to break up Brianna and Arnaz. And I like them all living in the house. I'm all caught up in the drama. All right, you all, keep it where you got it. We've got hours and hours. Plus, we've got a trip to Puerto Rico to give away in a few hours. So you all make sure you keep it where you got it. You are in the place to be. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Thank you, everyone.
Yo, what up? This is Big Snoop Dogg, and you're listening to the Queen of Radio, Wendy Williams. You got to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the Queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Oh, for goodness sakes. These damn kids. Why do I have spearmint gum squished at the bottom of my Louis Vuitton bag? Trying to be awesome. This is not the mommy bag. See, I don't like that. Look! It's all at the bottom of my bag. I have no idea. Ugh, no school this week. Actually, he does have school, but his teacher is taking a vacation. And so then you know how it is when you have a substitute. You might as well stay home or go out in the streets and learn something because, the kids overtake the substitute. The substitutes tell them, well, bring in your 5 favorite toys. They sit there like romper damn room all day, and that's not what we're doing tuition for, romper room in kindergarten. Do you know what I mean? So I figure he'll be better off just swinging with me, a few days, and his father a few days. He'll learn more that way, plus the whole family bonding thing. And that's also working mother guilt. You know, that's also working mother guilt. Yesterday we went to the museum. Today we went out for lunch together. We had a nice, lunch date. 2 hours. We ate at this place in Manhattan called Serendipity, which we always love to go there. Oh my gosh. Ate way more calories than I should have. Just set LA weight loss, the trip for Puerto Rico, anything I did at Bally's this morning, it's all kibosh. But it happens. It happens. Another time in my life I'd be in the bathroom right now earling. I've been through every weight loss program before, finally just saying, giving into temptation sometimes without even thinking, with wild abandon. I ate today. What are you going to do? Hey, Ray J's coming in. I did see the show last night, and I like Brandy on the show. I got to say something, though. Brandy is like so skinny in that head. She's got the big lollipop head, So I got to ask him, is she dating Nick Cannon, and what's all the future of the show? I like Brandy and Arnaz together. I thought that they, somebody needed to break up Arnaz and Brianna, because they were too in love to be so young. Like, I don't like to see that, and it was getting boring. Noreen is on line number 2. She's 52. Hey, Noreen, woman of a certain age.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wonderful.
Listen, I want to come to the Spy Club tonight to celebrate.
Yes.
But can I find out where's that?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'll get an invitation.
Okay, thank you.
In the meantime, keep your radio on, and I'm going to line number 6. Don't walk away from your radio.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shaw is on line number 6. She wants to talk about Brandy last night. I'm still looking for the invitation, Noreen. Hey, Shaw.
Hey, Wendy. Wendy, I don't know if you were watching last night. Were you?
I was watching.
Okay, listen. When Brandy, as soon as she came on the show, when she came in and she met her brother and everything like that,
she lifted her orange shirt up so we could all see.
What was up with that?
And it looked so contrived. It looked like she
was trying to show she had a flash on the the baby, or what?
Yeah. Well,
it was disgusting. I was disgusted.
Well, the part about it that I thought looked kind of desperate is that it looked like it was pulled up and kept there for the purpose of. It's like, if you want to show your belly, why don't you just wear a T-shirt that you could just tie in the middle, or
with her other outfits in the show, her belly was showing.
Yes.
But I was disgusted. I wanted to Earl. Anyway, Kanye and Pamela Anderson. Have you seen the new video?
Noreen, I got it. I got to open one. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I don't know what's going on, but somewhere between it is Nia Long and Joan from Girlfriends, I think it is. Mm-hmm. They look nice in the video. But Pamela Anderson, she's kissing Kanye. What's up with that?
With her hepatitis. just spreading the love through the hip-hop.
I thought Pamela said she doesn't date black men.
I don't see her really authentically loving to date a black man. And Pam Anderson has been a friend in my head for many years.
Yeah.
But she likes to have fun.
Fun? With hepatitis?
No, fun in front of the camera. I don't believe they slept together and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah. No, I don't believe that. All right, thanks for calling, Shaw.
All right, bye.
Hey, Noreen, who was on line number 2. I got it, honey. Are you ready? Because we're going to be sipping George Vasselli champagne tonight. It's a preview of Beverage Tasting Institute's highest rated champagne on the market. It's my George Vasselli champagne. Spy Nightclub tonight, 17 West 19th Street, between 5th and 6th Avenue. This is an invite party, but this is also, I got an invite in my hand. But I've been told by Question Mark that if you guys come to the party, you'll be able to come in. There'll be the fee at the door like any other party, but you'll be able to come in and, taste and luxuriate. The tasting starts at 10 o'clock. It's supposed to be from 10 to 11, but I suspect everybody's going to be in good spirits by 11 o'clock, and we'll probably extend the tasting until, after 11. Plus, we got a real live DJ there. JC Jace is and Fame and Fortune on the mic. Fame and Fortune will be the one with the microphone talking about, where's Uptown at? Where's the Bronx at? We got GV in the house. George Vasselli. The new flavor, the GV. So it's going to be a real party tonight at Spy, 19th between 5th and 6th. And they're going to be hors d'oeuvres provided by Shawnee Catering. And the dress code is sexy chic. So after I clean the gum out of my handbag once I get him home. And what is this? Twisted metal from the PSP. Yeah, once I get rid of this. And what are these? These are the new McDonald's action figures. Kids. You gotta love them. You gotta be ready. All right, line number 1 is Savari? Is that how you say your name, Savari? Savari?
This is Wendy.
Hi.
Oh, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I just wanted to talk about the movie, Something New.
Oh, let's talk about it.
It was really, really, really good. Like, very, very good.
Every single person that I know who's seen that movie has said that it's really good.
You know, the only thing about it is, like, it might come off a little fake because I think like the black people, some of them were a little too bougie, like, you know what I mean? And it came off kind of fake, like they were trying too hard. Like, you wouldn't actually meet black people like that.
I didn't see the movie. I don't know. Is anybody in the room see Something New? Would you actually meet black people like that?
Yeah.
Whitley, just nod your head. Would you actually see black people? Would you actually see black people like that? But would you actually see black people like that?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, well, maybe you're onto something, Savari.
Yeah, but it was really, really good.
Well, thank you for calling.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Wendy. I love you.
I love you, too. D'Angela is on line number 7. She's 47 and wants to comment. Hey, D'Angela?
Yes.
Hi.
How you doing, Wendy?
Fine, thank you.
I haven't spoken to you in a while.
Well, it's nice to have you here.
Yes, I just want to say hello. I haven't been able to catch you really like how I usually would catch you, but I listen when I can.
Okay.
And I just want to call because that comment about this time yesterday, that caller, that Sally.
Nobody was going to buy it over in Rochdale.
Yes.
Because nobody's going to spend their money like that.
I wanted to see you that day. It was my birthday when you were actually over in Rochville, which wasn't far from where I am.
At the winery.
But I did get to taste, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I wanted to say to that individual, you know, I feel like he's the type of guy. He's one of those guys who he goes to the club, he buys his $4 Heineken, and he sips on it all night. Oh, that's the hood. There are actually people who live in that neighborhood who are working, middle-class people who do live in Rochville who can't afford the $50 bottle, you know, but for his ghetto self, you know what? If it's not for you, like you say, everything is not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I was so pissed off with him calling in. And like you say, he cowered out, too. He didn't want to, you know, further go into what his comment was, you know, or why he felt like it was just, oh, nobody's going to pay $100 for whatever. I felt, where was he coming from?
I don't know.
You know, okay, go ahead and buy your silver bullet for $1. You know what I'm saying? And be happy. Hang on the corner with your boys, whatever it is that you do. I enjoyed it, and it's worth the money.
Okay.
And if it was $100 a pop, I would buy it still.
Yes, there are 4 levels actually. The black label is like the $50, then the gold one's like the $100, and I think $175 for the platinum, and then $225 or something like that for the rosé.
It's well worth it.
It's good. It's good champagne. I mean, you know, cheers. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll be cheersing it up tonight. So anyway, you guys, we have to talk about so many different things. People are still weighing in on, you know, Busta Rhymes. I have this fax here, like I was saying, regarding Eve, All of Us, and One-on-One being canceled. See, I like the direction All of Us has taken. Eve's show, I've never really completely been able to feel it. I mean, I always have it on, like you know, when I'm in the house. But it's just I'm walking by the TV, and it's not doing anything for me. And for a moment there, One-on-One wasn't doing anything until last night. I said, let me find out. And I sat down and I watched. I was like, I like it. Anyway, Girlfriends is still holding its own. That's what's good, too. Listen, Advice Hour is coming up next hour. You know, I love getting your emails at Wendy@thewendywilliamsexperience.com. And your faxes and whatnot. If you have a little snafu, a little something going on in your life, and maybe you want me to weigh in on it, you know, I got the microphone and I got an opinion, so I'm here for you. Advice Hour is coming up next hour, but we'll continue to gossip this hour.
Wendy, man, my oldest brother, he told me he had a very good surprise. The surprise was that he turned himself into a woman.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Today's R&B and Classic Soul is on 107.5 WBLS. Hey, everybody, I'm Wendy, and I'm here until 7 o'clock. And it's Vaughn Harper with the world-famous Quiet Storm. So, This hour of the show is being brought to you by Bank of America, and I wanted to give you that telephone number if you'd like to book your trip to Puerto Rico. We're going to have such a great time. All right, you ready? This is for Sheer Travel, SHEER. They are the travel agency handling all the accommodations and whatnot for people who don't win trips but who want to purchase trips. The trips are more economical than you'd think. We're staying at the 5-star. You heard the restaurant. You heard, still thinking about food. No, you heard the commercial is what I meant to say that we just played. So, 888-212-4534, 888-212-4534. Book your trip. Join us today. It's going to be fabulous. 888-212-4534, March 30th through April 2nd. But right now, I would like to go to line number 2, or line number 1, actually. Cindy's there, and she wants to talk about eczema. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I wanted to ask you a question. As far as your doctor goes for your eczema, can you just say his name and or the website that he's at so I can get in contact or call the office?
Well, I go to a doctor in New Jersey. I see you live in Queens.
Yeah.
So it will do absolutely no good. Yeah. Thanks,
and
though.
do you know any other treatments or anything that you know of for eczema? Because I have it something similar where you have it on the ankle as well.
Well, this is what you do. Why don't you go to a dermatologist? Do you have insurance?
I've gone to the dermatologist, but what do you? I mean, I heard you say something about a cosmetic dermatologist. Do you have any names or anything?
Oh, Dr. Janine Downey. Dr. Janine Downey.
Janine Downey?
Yeah, she's in Montclair, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's. My reluctance to give you information about Jersey doctors is because, your dermatologist, you might have to go back to your dermatologist for, once a week treatments until you get it, controlled, or once a month treatments.
I've done the treatment.
But
I've done I was born with it and I've had it for so many years.
Well, then why don't you try, as opposed to Queens, why don't you try Manhattan? I mean,
that's where I started because I was originally from there, and I started there, and I've gone to so many different specialists, and I just can't find.
Have you tried any holistic therapy?
No, I haven't.
I mean, it's just a try. I used to put my thumb my nose in holistic treatments for any and everything, and now I'm not so sure. I think that in a case like yours, you've had eczema all of your life. Nothing has worked.
Yeah.
Why don't you try holistic therapy? And you can find the holistic world is open for you at the health food stores. There's usually some weird chick behind the counter with one of those bohemian skirts and one of those tacky, them tacky Birkenstocks, and she's going to be a world of knowledge for you in terms of holistic medicine.
Do you have any?
No, I don't. You're going to have to do your own searching for that. I don't. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't go to holistic stores. I haven't had to rely holistically on anything. But I'm open to it, is what I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
If I were in your position, I would open myself up to it. About the most holistic thing that I do is get colonics. And she tells me all the different stuff that's washing through. She looks at the tube. She said, we ate cheese last night. You don't have to tell me. You ate red meat. A lot of mucus. Have you been phlegmy? I'm like, I'm always phlegmy. So, holistically speaking, try a holistic approach to your eczema. Thank you, Denise, for calling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Nellie is 27, and she's on line number 7. She has a celebrity sighting, and it's R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. Hey, Nellie.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Hey, where'd you see the aura?
I saw him at the Color Purple Music Hall on Thursday in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking a little tattered,
Who was he with? A little boy?
Yeah,
a little girl?
And he had on like a dingy black T-shirt.
Well, he was probably trying to be on the down low.
Oh, yeah. And then Babyface was also there.
Oh.
And he was with a younger woman.
Oh. Well, so is his ex-wife, so.
Yeah.
with younger men, so,
Yeah.
everybody's doing the damn thing.
She's very cute.
Actually, is Lenny Kravitz younger than Mrs. Face? The former Mrs. Face? No? All right, just asking a question out loud. All right, well, that sounds like a good one. How'd you enjoy the play?
Oh, it was very good. I love the play. It's really good.
Good.
You should get to see it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, I gave my tickets away. I don't have the patience to sit that long. There's something about
Well, it was a little long. It really was.
Yeah,
but it was actually worth it.
Oh, well, good. Thanks for calling,
You're
Nelly.
welcome.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
And Rachel's on line number 4. She wants to talk about her gay cousin. Okay. All right, great. Okay, so now the phones are open, so now you're free to call and win. Caller number 10 right now is going to pick up passes for Casino. It's a new comedy stage play. It's featuring Kelly Price, Gerald Levert, D.C. Curry, and more. It's at the Beacon Theater, February 21st through February 26th. The passes that you're winning right now are for the 22nd. Is that today? The 21st. Okay, so the passes are for tomorrow. So make sure that you're free. And caller number 10 wins at 866-GET-WENDY. Dial now. And good luck. We're going to continue with the break and whatnot now. It's 107.5 WBLS.
Broadcasting live. It's the queen of radio. Wendy Williams.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. I can't wait to give you the results of yesterday's People Poll question. Oh, now I know exactly who I'm dealing with. Now I know exactly how judgmental everybody is when I say that I partake in Botox. Yesterday's question was, do you get Botox? Now I know what I'm dealing with when I talk to you guys about it. Anyway, do you guys see the new Vibe magazine? Allen Iverson's on the cover. Inside, they have that record executive, Mike Kaiser's ex-fiance, girlfriend, baby's mother. That woman who took that money from those people. We talked about that story so long ago. I feel like it's rehashing something that you know. I told you guys about that story. I had an inside source on that story. It's a big article, though, in the new Vibe magazine, the one with AI on the cover, the March issue. And I covered that story approximately. Actually, I think I broke it to the media because I really did get it on some old street, you know, pss, 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 Wendy, you know, this is what's up. And then I was like, oh, word, you know. Like that. And that was no lie about a year ago. You know. Kaiser, remember? I was shouting out to you on the radio saying, ooh. Oh. So now I've lost interest in even sharing the story, but it's shared by the woman who was being accused of stealing millions of dollars from various famous people and people with dough in this game. It's inside the Vibe magazine. Shout out to everybody working hard for the money over at Vibe, too. Oi, oi, oi. So, let's go to the telephone and continue chatting. Chatting. Hello? Hello, hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. This is Denise. How are you? I love your show.
Hi, Denise. Oh, you saw something new.
I did see something new.
Did you like it?
And I loved it. I thought it was really great. And I would like to say that your caller is so far off the mark. I mean, there are people that live in the world like those black folks on that show.
I didn't even see it. How do they live? Where do they live, like Whitley Gilbert from Hillman College?
Hey, all you have to do is take a vacation up to Martha's Vineyard during the summer. I mean,
Gotcha.
I mean, please. There are all types of black folks in this world. Say that they don't exist.
Black people with long money over a period of generation.
Absolutely.
Not just this newfound Negroidian money that many of us are
sporting. Movies like that. What is that? The Halle Berry movie that they had out a couple of years ago, where she's up at the vineyard, and the whole race issue was a similar themed movie.
I gotcha.
So I mean, we all have debutante balls and things like that. I grew up as a debutante.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. I grew up going to Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, I get you. Yeah,
but I have to say, I love the show, and I really appreciate everything you do. It's really great. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Denise.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Care.
Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hello, hi, it's Wendy. Oh, we're just going any line. Hello, hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
How are you?
It's Yvonne from Brooklyn again. How are you?
Hi, Yvonne.
Good. Wendy, I want to ask you a question. My daughter is getting married in May. I'm online all over the place trying to find a pair of shoes. Can you give me a good shoe website? Because I know you buy some of your shoes online, right?
No, I don't. I actually, I'm not an online. I bought one thing online one time. Somebody set up even one of those accounts, or I use their account or something like that. No, because I don't know how to get on the web. So going online doesn't work for me.
I forgot that you couldn't get on the
no,
web.
I actually don't.
Wendy, you know what I wanted to ask you too?
What's that?
About a week or so ago, you had gave a little report about one of the ladies from En Vogue, and she had a flood in her house from a cemetery flooded.
Yes.
Wendy, I'm still laughing about that. I was laughing with your intern Whitley a few minutes ago when I was trying to tell him why I wanted to talk to you. Don't tell me that this was the cemetery. I know part of the cemetery couldn't have floated into that lady's kitchen, but was it the cemetery that actually floated?
The dirt around the tombstones, and the dirt surrounds those coffins.
Was that a poltergeist moment or what?
Exactly.
Wendy, I just wanted to say hi to you again.
Well, thank you for calling. Bye, Yvonne.
I love the show.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So everybody over at Jessica Simpson's camp, she's upset because she says that the Newlywed Show left her a dumb blonde, image to the rest of us. And she says she was following the script, that it was a scripted show. And she blames the show on making her look stupid. Here's her quote. People should know that there was a script of sorts, and I just played that role. I'm nothing like my character. Oh my God. I use creative licensing, but you get the idea of what she said. Did you hear about that man in Florida who killed his roommate over the toilet paper? Oh yeah, fatally shot him. Beat him, rather. Fatally beat him. Beat his ass with a sledgehammer. Wow. And the claw of a hammer, because there was no toilet paper when he got home and he was arrested. Leave. Mama! Can you believe that? The craziest things happen. Shout out again to Terrence Howard. Good luck with your Oscar nomination. Man, he is kissing babies and he's doing the real politician thing. I have to say, he's really VAing for this Oscar. I heard that he and Ellen DeGeneres were hanging out together, not like a couple, but together, hey Ellen, hey Terrence, let's go out and have some drinks, like that. Such an unlikely combination, but I see what he's doing. And whether he gets this Oscar or not, he's trying to secure so that, big things are in front of him, at least for the next 3 years. So, hey, Terrence, keep doing your thing, and good luck on getting the Oscar. A lot of people responding. Yesterday we were talking about Grey's Anatomy. I was saying I've never seen the show, and a lot of you won't, because I get stuck on Flavor Flav's Negroidian Behind every Sunday night at 10 o'clock. It hooks me every Sunday. But so many people tell me that Grey's Anatomy is such a good show, and a lot of you all apparently do watch it. Hey, listen, coming up next hour, it's Advice Hour. I apologize for this hour. I'm still trying to, get my water together, and I got here a little late today, but it's smooth sailing from here. Thank you.
It's Wendy, man.
Me and my wife have been married for 15 years. They threatened to leave.
What did you do?
Had a problem with drugs.
You got the drug voice.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Just asking, what's your drug of choice?
You name it.
Coke?
Yeah.
Weed?
Yeah.
Crack?
Yeah.
Heroin?
Yeah.
E-pills?
Yeah.
Whippets?
Alcohol.
Gorilla?
Yeah.
PCP?
Yeah.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Wow. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Are you ready for this one? Comedy! March 26th is the 4th annual Black Marriage Day. You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
First of all, why is it in March and not in February? Second of all, why? World, not wow, but why? Why? Oh my gosh. Am I the only one that sees this as being, jokery? I believe in marriage. I'm a married woman, but come on. Can we have National Child Support Day first and lay down with a decent man before you remove the condom to have a baby first day? Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. 4th annual Black Marriage Day, held March 26th. Even the white people, go ahead, white people, we hear you laughing.
Got him. This it right here.
Miss a day, miss a whole lot.
Coming through your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm. Back of headphones. Sorry. All right, everybody. Welcome to Advice Hour here on the show. And the phone lines are open at 866-GET-WENDY. If you would like to call up, I'll put you on the radio. You don't have to say your name if you don't want to, and we can get to the bottom of whatever is going on with you. But now it's time for Wendy's Medical Minute. It's quick, it's fast, it's to the point. Ironically, it's from the National Enquirer. Well, wow. According to a survey done by the National Eating Disorder Association, the fact is that a number of elementary school girls between 1st and 3rd grade want to be thinner. It's 42%. 42% of those girls want to be thinner between 1st and 3rd grade. I'll tell you, it's frightening. I remember being on my first diet in 1st grade, so I was clearly aware of, what's fat, what's not, how fat is not, what you want to be, and, you have such a cute face if you would only lose some weight. Just terrible. And now I could imagine how, terrible it is for girls with, Britney Spears and, Brandy on TV with the flat belly purposely showing it and whatnot. Yeah, 42% of girls between 1st and 3rd grade want to be thinner. And that's Wendy's Medical Minute. Sometimes they're a medical second. Marie, while I would love to talk to you on line number 3 with your juicy gossip, this is Advice Hour and I got to stick to what it is. So therefore, I cannot speak with you now, Marie. You can call back next hour if you would like. Line number 4 is Tony, and he's from Brooklyn, and he wants to talk about a date. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Tony?
I'm sorry. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Tony.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you today?
I'm fine. Yes, I just want you to hook me up with somebody with a date to go see something new.
Okay, well, I don't play dating games. That's not what we do here. I'm not taking the libel repercussions of some of you crazies getting with some of you other crazies and then blaming it all on me. So while it would be fun to have a dating game on this show, there is no way. Thank you for calling. Bye. All right, line number 5 is Cheryl, and she wants to talk about razor bumps. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Wendy.
How are you?
All right. I just lost about 10 pounds. I'm still losing some more weight. So I'm not used to wearing a bathing suit, but I'm going to Puerto Rico next month. Too bad I'm not going to see you, though.
Oh, you're going on your separate trip?
Yeah.
All right.
My friend and some of her family, they're having a birthday party and stuff. But I get the ingrown hairs really bad.
Ooh.
And I want to get my hair braided because I plan on being in the water a lot. So I don't know how close to the trip should I get these things done.
Well, wait a minute. Which hair is ingrown? The one on your head or the one down there in your pubic region?
My pubic area, of course.
So you said you want to get your hair braided.
Oh, I'm sorry. On my head.
Okay, you want to get your... Okay, so...
I'm not sure when to get that done, and I'm not sure when I should shave.
Well, I don't know anything about the braids when you should get that done. I mean, as far as fresh to death hairstyles go, most people get them done like within 72 hours of going away, whether it's a fresh, clean haircut, or fresh weave, a perm, braiding, whatever. So within 72 hours, if your schedule permits, hell, the hour before you get on the plane.
Because I'm worried about it's going to be tight, and I'm not going to enjoy myself because it's going to be itching me. It's going to be all tight and cramped.
Yeah, but beauty is pain. You know what I mean? Beauty is pain.
But the things freaking me out, Wendy, I was just washing my hair the other day, and I saw a couple of gray hairs, and I saw my youth flash before my eyes.
Yeah. Well, all right, let's deal with the ingrown hairs in your pubic region.
Okay.
Okay, so you were heavier before, so you hadn't worn bathing suits or something?
Not for a long time. Okay. And I just started losing the weight. Out of nowhere, just walking a lot and cutting down on bread and rice.
That's good. You said it was 10 pounds?
Yeah, so far, in about a month's time.
So you're not a whole other person with 10 pounds, but certainly you do feel more comfortable in the clothes that you have.
Yeah.
Well, what I would suggest is if you're, and I'm not an expert at the ingrown hairs. I don't get them. And I do, take it off, but I don't get them. What I would suggest is that you don't wear a bathing suit that reveals that particular area. I mean, there are so many cute bathing suits. Like you can get like a bikini top, or a bandeau top, or a halter top.
I'm a bigger on top. I'm a double D.
Okay. But you can still.
He did not play that.
You can still wear the like a halter top to hoist those bad boys up. And I mean, can you wear a two-piece?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, wear one of those Henrietta Hippo style bathing suits, and I can say it because I love them. I enjoy them myself. That's my
the upper thigh.
Yes, that's my version of a bikini, like real short.
Oh, okay.
Like real short. Like it's not even short enough in the store. You might have to go and get it altered to make it shorter. That way, it's not showing the pubic bumps.
I don't have varicose veins. My legs are nice.
Yeah, but we're dealing with the bumps.
Yeah.
If you wear a bathing suit that doesn't show that particular area, it can still be sexy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about the ingrown hairs. Grab a pin and a mirror and commence to, pull in.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks, Wendy. But one thing, can I just ask you a question?
Oh, what's that?
Real quick. I was watching Tyra Banks' show yesterday, and this girl, she put her up as a little protege to interview people, and Mariah Carey shot her down, ignored her, and hugged Chrissy Jones. And the girl standing up there dumbfounded, didn't know what to say. I thought that was mean.
Okay, so thanks for calling. Thanks. All right, bye. All right, Michelle's on line number 7, and she wants to talk about plastic surgery. She's 32. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Wendy. I just want to say I love your show, and I went to see Dr. Jones the other day because, you were hyping him up and everything.
Right.
Handsome, first of all, handsome.
Yes.
But anyway, I want to make a life decision right now. I have 2 kids. I'm married. My husband is a green, no stretch mark. I'm about 185 pounds, looking thick all over.
Yes.
But it's just this bump in the front and bump in the back.
Yes.
What to do? I just want to know if, I didn't feel really comfortable with him. He's great, but when I noticed he's like a head, neck, and
No, I don't know what that means. A head, neck man?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Is he like a plastic surgeon, tummy tuck guy? I want the guy that give me that perfect.
Well, I've never gotten any extensive plastic surgery from Dr. Jones because by the time I met him, I had already gotten, a lot of extensive plastic surgery in Philadelphia at Dr. Memeniscus. And Dr. Memeniscus did such a fine job that it'll be a few years before I'm searching for somebody to, do anything, and that something would probably be an eye job, so I'll be venturing into all new territory. And for an eye job, because I have thyroid disease and that relates to Graves' disease, I'm not going to either one of them, Memeniscus or Jones. I'm going to actually the next level eye doctor who deals with eye sickness as it relates to. You understand? I'm going to.
I understand it, Wendy. That's why I'm saying it's a decision I have to make because once I cut, it's a wrap. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
I wanted to make sure that I have the perfect doctor to do this.
Well, if you didn't feel comfortable with Dr. Jones, then
Can you recommend someone for me, Wendy?
I've had one tummy tuck in my life. And if I ever had to get that tummy tuck redone again, because, the muscle stretches out, I would go right back to the same guy. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Dr. Memeniscus in Philadelphia, that is my tummy and boob dude. Period.
Nobody in New York that you heard your girls talking about? Or
my girls don't, they believe in it, but they're like, oh, Wendy, you're silly. I'm the stand-up silly one in my girl crew.
Because everybody look at me and say,
okay, well I don't really
don't need that. But
they're always gonna say that because they're gonna be jealous because they're not gonna want you to be rapid fire 10 across the board before them. They're gonna tell you to work out because they know that you probably have half the willpower. But what I would recommend that you do is you find your doctor the way I found my memeniscus, and which is you go on interviews with plastic surgeons, and I cannot start to point you in the direction of where to go.
Wendy, he is number 5 on my list that I've been to. 5, and
Dr. Jones.
I know he's been on BET and everything, but as I said, once the knife hit the stomach, I want to make sure that's the right hands that I'm getting myself into.
Okay, well then you need to shop more, and I don't have any recommendations. Thanks for calling. Bye.
Okay,
Line number 2 is Janine. Let me calm down. stomach all tight. Like, I'm not, I don't have all those recommendations. I know 2 plastic surgeons. I know Dr. Michael Jones. He advertises with my radio station here in New York. Dr. Jones also made my earlobe holes smaller so that my earrings weren't dropping out on the ground. They'd stretched. I haven't been to Dr. Jones for anything else. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know what his tummy tuck, boob jobs and all. I know he does it all, but you'll have to go up there and check out his bedside manner. That woman was perfectly honest. She didn't feel comfortable. Everybody is not for everybody. But don't call me up asking me where to go. I got one person to go to, the same dude I went to, Dr. Memeniscus in Philadelphia. And that's a hike. She's calling from Queens. Find somebody here in Manhattan. But don't expect it to be easy. You're going to have to do your own shopping. I mean, your surgeon is one of the most important guys in your life or women in your life. Probably one of the top 5 people to be trusted in your life, even over your boss at your job, because at the end of the day, your boss will still fire you. Your surgeon, they do it. And, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I trust Memeniscus because I'm trusting him with my life. This is just a job. So, you find the person that's right for you. Thank you. Janine's on line number 2. Her boyfriend is cheating. Janine, what's going on?
For 2 years, and he just doesn't give me enough. I'm not saying like I'm a sex addict, but I need it more than what he gives to me, and I just think that he's cheating on me. He says he's not cheating on me, but the lack of sex that we have in our life, I have no other explanation for what's going on. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't give it to me.
Yeah. Well, I see you're 20 years old. So, my answer to you, and part of your conversation was cut off. I have no idea why. But I heard the gist of it. You want more sex, and he doesn't give you more sex, and you're feeling that he's cheating on you. Have you confronted him with these thoughts?
I have confronted him many times, and he's a good man, Wendy. He's excellent.
Yeah.
He's perfect. I'm not saying he's perfect. He's a good man, and I've confronted him so many times, and he says, I'm not cheating, and I want to believe him, but I have never met a man in my life that never wants to have sex. And I even asked him, is he gay? I said, are you gay? He says he's not gay. I asked him, is another woman? He says it's not another woman. Then I don't know what it is. I asked him, is it me? He says it's not me. I don't know what it is.
And you've been putting up with this for 2 years?
Well, actually, it just started about a year ago. It started about a year ago, because when I just had a baby with him. So mostly started, around the time I got pregnant.
Yeah. Well, you might want to ask him about his lack of sex drive as it relates to the baby. And be real understanding, because he might see you as, what do they call it? You all told me what it's called. Is that the Madonna syndrome, where you are seen as like the bearer of the children, the perfect specimen, and nowhere near the freak that you used to be before the baby? It might be that. I don't know.
Well, don't get me wrong. When he does give it to me, it's good. But it's just like I barely get it.
Yeah. More conversation with him. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you're asking me if he's cheating. I don't know. Only he knows that, and only you know your man. Yeah. I mean, you said he's a good man. Sex apparently, means a lot to your relationship, especially because you're not getting it, and you need to have a conversation with him. Yeah. More conversation, and this time included as it relates to the baby and what might have been going on in his mind regarding your was he in the delivery room?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Yeah, you have a conversation regarding the baby, you, and sex.
Okay.
All right.
Well, before I hang up, Wendy, I just gotta say I love your show.
Thanks.
And when I first started listening to you, Wendy, I must admit I was a hater like Starbuck Wild, but now I'm addicted to you. I have to listen to you every day.
And she listens on Power 104.1 in Hartford, so they get Starbuck Wild in the morning and me in the afternoon.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Janine. All right, you all. Ray J is coming in at 4 o'clock, or at the top of the hour. Excuse me. Pardon me. Thank you, everybody.
Wendy, man.
I met up with this guy. We were together. We were at his house, and why do you think his thing wouldn't work? Do you think maybe he's...
How you doing? The Wendy Williams Experience.
The levels is good. Yeah. This is your girl, Remy Martin, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Yes. Thank you, Remy. It's 107.5 WBLS. Bottom of the hour. Beautiful day in New York. And this hour of the show is brought to you by Judge Joe Brown. Also, a quick BLS reminder, because it's still advice hour. I got a couple of faxes in my hand that I wanted to address. You can enter to win the Stephanie Cohen's Frightening to Fabulous Living Room Makeover. All you do is log on to our website at WBLS.com. Take a look and vote. This week's winner will be one of 5 other people, or is it 4 other people? 4 others, who will qualify for a $50,000 living room makeover. Follow this contest as it goes down, and this is a real fun contest, too. This is our Frightening to Fabulous Living Room Makeover. Also, telephone number for Puerto Rico. Yeah, you need this in your life. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's 1-800. It's actually 1-888-212-4534. 888-212-4534. Book your trip. Join us in Puerto Rico. It is going to be an unforgettable event. March 30th through April 2nd. The golfers package for 4 with the Steve Harvey morning show. You can ask about that. You can go on our website, WBLS.com, find out more. If you are a golfer and you're interested in participating in Steve's Celebrity Charity Golf Classic, make sure that you check that out then. If you want to party and drink, hey, I'll be right there. And we'll be having our parties, and we'll be having our fun, and we'll be having our drinks, and we'll be laying in the sun. If you want to golf and party and drink, well then, please, this is your kind of vacation. All right, so we're going to have fun in Puerto Rico. I'll see you all there. Dear Wendy, I could really use your advice. I'm a former stylist who supplemented my income by doing massage. Wendy, I do have a high-end celebrity clientele. You can turn the music down just a bit. Sometimes they get a happy ending from me. Then it's back to the biz. My question is, I'm trying to get a full-time job working in the entertainment business. How could I use the contacts on another level professionally than just massage and services of that nature? I'm attractive, I'm articulate, and honestly, Wendy, I'm employable. How can I use my former experience to translate as something other than sleazy? Oh, this Renegade Fox is so distracting. Turn this up. Yeah, use a hoe. In any office that you enter, they's gonna say that use a hoe. Ho, ho, ho. Hey. Very rarely in this industry could this possibly translate into anything else. I'm listening to the music and answering the question at the same time. I'm working on a novel about the massage business. Tell your publisher to holler, Wendy, but I need work until then. I'm about to become an escort or a stripper. I'm not saying that you've dug out a life of escorting and stripping for yourself, but I am telling you one thing, and that is that when you give massages with happy endings to high-end clients, celebrities, and you want to come into the celebrity business, use a hoe. That's what they're gonna say. Use a hoe. Drop to your knees and do what you do. Use a hoe. Ow. How you doing? Use a hoe. You're one of those types of people that gets employed like Superhead to like give massages and serve. No, excuse me. Go. Get out of here. Get out of here. This is mixed conversation. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. Wow. Close the door. I see. Okay. Okay. Just leave him alone and answer the phones, Woodley. Come on. Kevin, get back in the office and watch TV. How am I supposed to keep this up and drop back into use a hoe? Use a hoe. I have no recommendations for you. You know why? Use a hoe. And if you gave me a massage with a happy ending, I'd be like, oh, she's a hoe. She gives you a nice deep tissue and a nice finish off. She's a hoe. Yeah, I don't want you to be my stylist because I know what you do best. And even if you were my stylist pulling the best clothes for me, I know at the end of the day what I would want you to actually do for me. I'd want you to rub my back and rub me off.
Yeah, baby.
'Cause you's a hoe. Hey. Yeah. Thank you, Renegade Fox, for letting me use your fabulous music for another purpose. All right, line number 2. Whitley's in here jumping up and down saying, line number 2, line number 2. What is on line number 2 that's so important? Hello? Hello, hi.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, it's Advice Hour on the show.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
There's recording and there's everything wrong going on. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Okay, I have a question. I have been in a gay relationship for the past 3 years. And it's pretty serious. I mean, we're living together. We have a child together. Now, my question is with former lovers. My partner, she has friendships with her former lovers, her ex-wife, her ex-girlfriends, and everything. And I don't have a problem with her still communicating with these people. Yeah. But I feel that when it comes to former lovers, there should be boundaries. You know, and there's certain things that are inappropriate to do.
Yeah, like what does she do that's inappropriate to you?
Like, if she goes one-on-one date, like let's say she goes out to dinner, you know, or let's say that she'll go out for drinks with them, or to dinner, or to the movies, like certain things like that I feel, you know, are inappropriate to do. Now, my thing is, like, I mean, there's a big age difference, and at first I was thinking, well, maybe, you know, it's the age difference. Maybe.
Yeah. How old is she?
She is actually 48.
And how old are you?
And I'm 23. So there's a big age difference, you know, which it has worked wonderfully.
Yeah, you know what? And she could possibly possess the maturity to be friends with all of her exes and things like that. You know, I would still have a bit of a problem with that. Because turnabout's a fair game, you know. See, you're not a seasoned lesbian with, you know, a whole bunch of, you know, other, people from the past. And if you were, she probably wouldn't like it either.
Right, and see, that's the thing. I'm not like that. That's not my character at all. I may still speak to them, but you know what? You're on this level. I mean, I have this person now in my life, and she has a tendency where she thinks that she can put her former lovers and a mutual friend, somebody that has always just been a friend, on the same level.
No. And how long have you been with her?
3 years.
Yeah, so since you were 20, wow.
Yeah.
She got you as a newbie. And so, you know, do you have a lot of say in the relationship, or, you know?
See, with this I would say would be our biggest issue. You know, I think that she does hear me out on a lot of things, but this is like our biggest issue, and she just feels very strongly where she thinks that I'm trying to dictate or control who she can and cannot talk to.
And she's a woman of a certain age, and she's not going to let you do that. Well, you know what? If she does this and you don't particularly care for it, I understand her point perfectly, because my feeling would be, what is the point in getting to be 48 years old and so smart and wisdomatical, only to get, if that's a word, to get with a 20-year-old who's going to tell me what to do? I don't think so. So, you know, I wouldn't let you boss me around either. I don't give a damn. Now, you're going to have to decide whether you can put up with this or not. I know you've been with her for 3 years, and, you know, she's going to have to decide exactly what you mean to her. You might have to go to the wall with this, and more conversation is required on both of you all's part. And like you said, you've been talking about this since the beginning of the relationship, and this is a real bone of contention. This might be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Okay. See, my thing was, I mean, should I just let it go, or, you know, am I right to feel strongly about this situation?
Nobody can tell you how to feel, and I don't really know this woman's relationships.
I don't really feel like it's an age thing where it's like, oh, you're just immature about it. I mean, I think it's just as a woman.
I think that it's as a person, period. Whether you're with a man or whether you're with a woman, I think it's a person, period. You know, so you're going to have to decide whether you can deal with it or not. If you can't deal with it, and you've talked to her about it, then this might not be the relationship for you. And you're 23 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you to find, you know,
I mean, we created a family together and everything. We got a 3-month-old baby, you know, so, I mean, it's something that I am very serious about as well. You know, I'm young, but I know what I want as well.
Okay.
So.
Well, now that you have a baby, did you have the baby or did she?
No, I had the baby.
Yeah.
So we planned it together.
Yeah. Who's the baby's father? Is somebody that you both know?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you actually have sex with him?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. You go out with him 1 to 5 times, and I bet you that old lesbian will get right.
No. I've known him for over 5 years.
So what? The point I'm trying to say to you, young girl, is that if you do turnabout with him the way she has all her friends wrapped around her, she might understand exactly how you
people
feel.
Keep telling me that too, and I'm like, well, if I feel strongly about something, why am I going to go out and do it? That's like contradicting myself. But at the same time, though, people are telling me just let her get a taste of her own medicine.
I got to get ready to get off the telephone. You're going to have to decide what you want to do.
Okay, thank you, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
A shocking story surfacing within the school district has many parents on edge. Police said 2 6-year-old boys were performing sex acts on each other on campus. There was... Oh, come on. Come on. How you doing?
I'm gay. I'm a homo. I like guys.
I'm embarrassed. Why am I laughing at this crap? Come on.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Come around here with that Wendy Williams. Get your facts straight up. Shout.
Experience.
All right. Like sometimes you guys, when you call regarding advice for Advice Hour, and I just feel like you sometimes you ask me questions that there's no way I could possibly give you an answer or even a bit of guidance, either because you're going to do what you're going to do anyway, or I don't know enough about your situation. I don't know how much of a, rat she is to say to you, well, leave her or not. And, you guys, like, I am such a believer in the answer to your situations lies within your body and your mind. So, before you call and try to weigh it in, and this doesn't just go for me, this goes for like talking about your problems with your friends and your family and your mother and everything. Look, I'm as close with my mother as a girl could be with her mother, but I don't, there are a lot of things that a lot of people cannot advise you on. You have to dig deep within and find the maturity to answer. This is your life. This is nobody else. This is your life. All right. So today's people poll question. First, let me give you yesterday's results. Do you get Botox regularly? 1% of the audience answered yes. I think that's just me. 99% of people say, oh, hell no. Wow. Today's question, would you snitch if your best friend was murdered and you knew who was responsible for it? Would you snitch? Lisa, I got your back. That's my best friend. All right, let's go to line number 4. Anonymous in Chicago is 28 in a sugar daddy situation. Playa. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, this is Wendy.
Yeah, welcome to the radio show.
I'm on the radio?
Yeah.
Wendy, you're probably going to hang up on me, but anyway. Are you ready?
Well, is your sugar daddy married?
Well, see, it's not really a sugar daddy situation. It's kind of evolved that way. I just moved into a new house, and I'm single. And being that I'm of the how you doing persuasion, I don't have a lot of guys around. Okay. So there's this older guy about 20 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you're 28. Okay, he's 48.
Yeah, he's a good deal older than me, probably a little more older than that. He's like, I like what you're doing. I just want to help out. Because he knew I didn't want, a relationship. He was like, you're positive. I want to help you out and everything. So he ended up, helping me move because I went and checked to see how much it cost me to move. And it cost like $300 or so or whatever for me to get like a movie concert. So I was like, okay, move me. And then he did some work around the house and, all that. And
and bought me a Christmas gift, even though I didn't ask for it.
Okay.
And so I went over his house to get a ceiling fan, and he tried to take it to that next level.
Right. Does he know you're a lesbian?
Huh?
Does he know?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, so, but I don't know if he said he could turn someone around or.
A lot of men don't seem to take that seriously. Like they feel as though they can be the one to change you.
So here's the deal, no matter how grown you are, but so here's the deal. So I stopped calling him or whatever, and so him and his family and all of that started calling my cell phone continuously, ended up changing the number. So now I'm wondering, okay, this guy knows where I live. He helped me move. He fixed stuff up around the house. It's like, should I be expecting this guy to throw a brick through my window, or, what should I do?
Well, clearly you're dealing with the killer. In his own form. I mean, he's given you stuff and he's given you time, and now things have kind of switched, and he's never gotten.
But he knew that I wasn't.
He didn't get that message. Sometimes no matter how old men get, they still feel as though a lesbian is just, something for the moment, and it's not
more attractive to them.
A lifetime commitment, and it's a challenge for them to try to break it, which is very disrespectful. What should you do? Call the cops. File a restraining order. Start giving him some of his stuff back.
I don't want any contact with the guy to lie and say he did something, so I have like a restraining order ahead of time. So you think that he won't let it lie by me changing my number? You think I should? You don't think that'll be enough?
Well, change your number and see what happens. Change your number and see what happens.
Oh, okay. Anything I can do with my car, I guess.
Do you have he bought you the car. Is there any way that you can give the car, sell the car, give the car back to him?
No, he didn't know. He didn't buy the car. I'm just saying, I was just, wondering,
it's sitting outside on your driveway.
Well, yeah, I was just wondering if I should keep an extra eye on my car.
Yes, of course. Do you have a house? I'm sorry, when I think of a house, I always think of a garage. Stupid me.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
I know that a lot of... Do you have a garage in your house is what I'm asking you?
Huh?
Do you have a garage in your house?
Yes.
Then put the car in the garage. What the hell's wrong with you? Should I wash my car? Is he gonna do anything to my car? Well, what the F? I feel like popping your tires myself. Throw the damn car in the garage. And get a garage door opener. So you buzz it up, buzz it down once you're inside. You see?
Oh.
And make sure that you have window trimmings on your windows, blinds, sheets, whatever. I know the house is brand new. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, I put a bar up to my door. I didn't know what to do. I put a 2x4 up to my front door. So.
Yeah. Just make sure that you have privacy in your house and keep the car inside. Definitely.
Okay, thanks, Wendy.
Take care.
And Wendy, how you doing?
Well, all right. Oh gosh, bye. Oh, I feel tight today. Is it coming through the radio? Oh, I feel tight. Marie is on line number 1. She wants to talk about breast surgery. And then I have, for all you marrying people getting married, I have surveys, 6 different survey questions, and the results for you guys. Hey, Marie.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
So I hear the babies. Now, what do you got, 2 deflated balloons after breastfeeding?
I'm thinking about it, but my question is this. I was watching Dr. 90210, and he had a procedure where he put the implants in through the woman's navel.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anybody that's done that, and if they had any adverse effects or anything?
I don't know anybody who's actually done it, but I know that that technique has been around for quite a few years.
Oh, okay.
And there are many doctors. As a matter of fact, any doctor who's proficient at breast implants knows that technique. He knows the technique where you insert under the arms and also underneath the smile line of the breasts.
Oh, okay.
So, that's just a way so that you'll never have any scarring. You can always pose for Playboy. Your implants are undetectable, like that.
Not going to happen with these 3 babies.
So,
Wendy, I have a bit of gossip. I don't know if
I can't take it right now, Marie.
Oh, hon. That's fine. Thank you, Wendy, and I love your show.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Marie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, married people, I'll get to this next hour. Ray J's coming up next hour, too. And then we're going to get to the gossip. Marie, if you'd like, you can call back. And everybody, thanks for being here for Advice Hour.
Man,
I received a letter in the mail from a young lady saying she is sleeping with my husband.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
.5 WBLS, New York.
This is RuPaul.
How you do it? Work, turn to left, work, turn to right, work, turn to left. How you do it? Work, turn to left, work, turn to right, work, turn to left. Shantae, work. Ooh, Wendy girl,
You better work.
The bigger duets.
Oh, brother. All right, so the new In Touch magazine. Shout out to all my friends at In Touch magazine. By the way, Ray J is running approximately, about 45 minutes late, but he's actually in Manhattan and he's on his way into the studio. In Touch magazine, their new issue is going to cover Janet Jackson being forced to go on a diet. They're also covering Michael Jackson's white glove being on sale on eBay. Alicia Keys. Was she a Cosby kid? I don't know. In Touch magazine asks the question. Maybe she was one of Rudy's friends, back in the day. I don't know. Anyway, and they are also covering the story about Star Jones missing her wedding ring and is her marriage on the rocks. Plus, apparently, Brooke, not Burns, the other one, the one with the big nostrils, looks like a younger version of Michelle Lee from Knots Landing. The one who was in the Super Bowl commercial for Burger King? Yeah, well, apparently they caught her going to McDonald's. So, I don't know how that's going to work out, but you can read all about it in the new In Touch magazine. And they also have an article on George Clooney posing nude. I think he's hot and everything, but none of that matters to me. Who cares? Well, anyway, but I like In Touch magazine, and they certainly do have great pictures. Did you guys hear about Little Mo? Well, it's all over The Wire and stuff. Talking about Little Mo was finally speaking out. She was married to dude for 4 years, and they met at a gas station, and they dated for 5 months, and then they went on, and they had their children together. Heaven is love. Heaven can't wait, and oh lordy, another little heaven. All the babies have interesting names. Shout out to you, Little Mo. I love you. She's been on the show before. I don't have the little names in front of me of the kids, but she's saying now that, her husband was very disrespectful to her during their marriage, that he has kids outside of their marriage, that he had prior to, and the baby's mothers are disrespectful to her, and they were all throughout their marriage, and now Little Mo is prepared to pay alimony. If she said, whatever, all I want is my kids. If I have to pay alimony, fine. And Little Mo is a songwriter, so, it's not like she doesn't have money. And I don't know what he does, but, and on the other hand, apparently Ben and Jen's divorce papers are ironed out, and that divorce is like a go with no arguments, because he's planning on getting married, and Nick and Jessica are just getting heated up. It says in the InStyle that her father said to him when they ran into each other in a restaurant, "You're not going to get any of my daughter's money," and Nick turned to him and said, "We'll see about that." So now the papers are officially filed, and their divorce papers are all over everything, and probably on Smoking Gun too. I haven't even checked Smoking Gun. Smoking Gun is good. They get their paperwork quick. They have a main line to the courts. But so he's going in for spousal support. Yeah, LaToya Luckett has got a huge fan base, because I get so many emails from people saying, play LaToya Luckett's song, LaToya Luckett, LaToya Luckett. We had LaToya Luckett on the show, or was that? No, that was London. LaToya London. LaToya London. She was a good interview. Yeah. Anyway, and I'll take telephone calls during this break as well. 866-GET-WENDY. Yesterday, we touched on Don King's daughter, but I never actually reviewed the story with the facts the way they've been given to us, according to my friend Lee Bailey and many other people. So her name is Deborah Lee King, and, it's terrible. I mean, she's 44 years old. She was arrested on February 9th and taken into police custody, suspected of having crack cocaine in a metal tin. A marijuana pipe inside a purse, and a crack pipe in a cigarette box on the dash dam board. Just cracking it up. So that happened on November 9th. Well, on November 10th, she pled not guilty to the drug possession and a misdemeanor charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. She also pled not guilty, Don King's daughter, to driving under the influence, driving a vehicle under a suspended license, driving without a valid license, and an obstructed license plate. Yeah, well, you would think that it would just be, one light stop and then that's it. But you know what? That's how it happens a lot of times. Like if you got stopped, what the hell else would be going on at the stop? You're driving, all right, you were speeding, so that's why you were stopped. Maybe you weren't wearing your seatbelt, you're on your cell phone, your car's not registered, your license is suspended, your boy left his chief under your passenger seat after leaving the club last night. The book. Yeah, the book. Oh, Deborah Lee King, boy. She got the book thrown at her. Cocaine in a metal tin. Marijuana pipe inside the purse. A crack pipe in a cigarette box on the dashboard. Driving without a valid license. Obstructing license plate. Driving under the suspended license. And driving under the influence. So the pre-trial hearing is tomorrow. I got to follow this story. Deborah maintains her innocence, and the car, by the way, was an Escalade registered to Don King Enterprises. Damn. Daddy works so hard to build, something for the kids. Some damn thing. Yeah, well, we'll watch how that comes, that turns out. Don's a friend to the show, but, no accounting for what grown-ass people are going to do, so, All right, line number 3, Yolanda is 46, and she's going to explain to us about Alicia Keys and the Cosby Show. Hey, Yolanda, was Keys a Cosby?
Yeah, remember the episode where she had all her little friends over and he was bouncing them on his knees?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Well, she was the little girl that he was bouncing all over his knee and everything.
Wow. Oh, that's the one that he was holding by the drawers?
Yeah.
And she bounced. Oh, I do remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. She had a memorable part in that show.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Yolanda.
You're welcome. Love you.
Take care. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tiss is on line number 6 and wants to comment about fighting, your fight against New York City. Are you Tiss?
Yeah, Tiss. How you doing?
This is you, the 911 worker, right?
Yes.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Williams?
Welcome back into the fold. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, listen, I've been arguing this gratuity that they said at the very least I admitted to accepting.
Yes.
A gratuity?
Yes.
Wow. I said I spent 9 months down there. I was given anything I needed. So how could you say that?
How did you start your day today? You woke up.
Oh, and I went to the EEOC.
Yes.
Yes.
And then how long did you spend there?
Oh, about a good 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Getting another right to sue letter.
Yes.
That they claimed that they sent me already.
Yes.
I said I would have been in the federal courts with that right to sue letter because they discriminated against me.
Now, let's just clear this up. So you have not worked since 9/11.
No.
And
I mean, I've done little odd jobs.
That's not good enough for a 43-year-old man.
That's true.
So you haven't worked since 9/11, and you're an able-bodied man, but you got up this morning.
Oh. Not because of the exposure
to asbestos.
No, because of the exposure to breathing in all, and then the emotional distress for being treated like a slave on a modern-day plantation for not being subservient.
Mental cruelty, so you can't work.
See, I had a job. You know what I mean? And I performed my duties down in Ground Zero in spite of the very serious nature of this allegation. But you know what? I speak to hundreds of police officers that spent time in Ground Zero, and they know.
But they're back to work.
Pardon me?
They're back to work
well, some
also.
Of them, remember, a lot of them couldn't go back because of the black lung. A lot of people died. One of my co-workers, a superintendent, died, Marcellus Clark. He spent months down there, and he died. He's 53 years old. He died. I mean, how dare they tell me at the very least I admitted to accepting a gratuity?
Yeah, that's not, I mean, we're here every time you call. And, I'm sorry to hear about, I mean, we've all read about the black lung and whatnot, but you have not said you had any of this stuff. And
I had when I went to the WTC screening, they diagnosed me with a red coating in my lungs, in my nose canal, in my ear canal.
Would that be blood like the rest of us?
I volunteered to help with this humongous undertaking.
Yes, yeah, I understand.
And at the very least, I admitted to accepting a gratuity of one pair.
Okay, so where are we going with this, Tiz? Where are we going with this, Tiz? Because your telephone calls really are quite trying. I mean,
well, you know what? I'm trying to find out if being black and working for the city, honesty will never be the best policy. Because this white police...
All right, let's hone this down to one people poll question. Hold on, because the queen of all producers and people poll questions is in the studio.
Okay.
Is honesty the best policy? We can use that for tomorrow's question. Okay,
right.
Tara? Thank you, Tiz. Have a nice day. Bye. Oh, turn this up. Bob, the jewelry store. He asked me on the way into the city today, Mommy, what's a grill? Wendy, why can't you get through on your phone lines? Every time you take a telephone call, it's never the person you expect. And the listeners are tired of it. I know I am. I mean, come on, Wendy. That's from Big M. Big M, guess what? You guys lose patience with holding on. Why is it that on white radio... Sorry, white people. I got to break it down like this. Why is it that when people listen to white radio and white radio hosts and white radio shows and radio stations with the white people, that... people understand, you listen to the Dr. Joy Brown, a lovely woman. All of her callers hold on. Joan Hamburg, nobody jumps up to get beat down because they have to hold on for a moment. And people just don't hang up like, I'm tired of holding on. Come on. That's why. That's why. Because by the time I get to the phone, people have hung up. And I don't consider it to be a long time. I mean, you wait longer to talk Rush Damn Limbaugh, but people are patient. Dave Mays has filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Black Enterprise, Greenwich Street Private Equity Fund, claiming that the members attempted to steal the source and illegally fire Dave Mays as CEO. I'm so lost with this story, I can't even follow it anymore, Mays. Like, who owns it? What all is it doing? I can't. I just can't even follow the story anymore. Mario is attempting to sue to get free from his production deal he signed when he was a minor. Well, isn't that every major's dream, to find a dopey minor with no guidance? I said with no guidance.
Wow.
Well, world, the fact to the world is that, how do you think that fat man in Miami got rich from them Backstreet Boys and all those people? You find a dippy minor with no guidance and you ride it until the wheels fall off. Mario has filed a lawsuit to attempt to free himself from a production deal that he signed when he was a minor. Now, Let Me Love You is one of his many big songs. February 16th, the paperwork went in. Dude's name is Troy Patterson. He's filed a lawsuit against Troy Patterson and Third Street Music Group, who have allegedly made hundreds of thousands of dollars from Mario's album sales. Get ready for this, turn the music out. Mario says, I'll tell you, he's a modern day TLC. Mario says that out of the $20 million in sales for his 2 albums, oh my gosh. You gotta laugh to keep from crying. Right, exactly. That is just how does that happen? Shout out to the late Left Eye, because you broke it down. Let me tell you how it happens. Remember she told us on VH1, she said, let me tell you how it happens. Damn, Mario. You should let me love you, love you, love you. No, there's more to the story. Hold on. I can't be cut off. Apparently, this dude, Troy Patterson, signed Mario, Follow the Line, okay, back in 2000. Mario and Troy entered into a 7-album deal with J Records. So far, only 2 albums are out. The label is not named in the lawsuit. So Mario wants to stay with J Records, but he wants to break free from Troy Patterson.
Wow.
Well, Mario, that's possible. Clive Davis, after all, is the head of J Records, and you are, Mario, so young and handsome.
How you doing?
According to the lawsuit, Mario says that Mr. Patterson insinuated himself into Mario's life 8 years ago during a time when, check it out, because you get them when they're vulnerable. Check it out. During a time when the singer's father was not in his life and his mother was addicted to drugs. See? Right for the picking. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, man, you hear stories like this all the time. This right here is the dream of a real charlatan. You know, of somebody who really wants to rob a kid. You got the skills, dad's nowhere to be found, mom's strung out on drugs. Keep her high. You know what I'm saying? Fill a little boy up with now and laters and the freshest, deafest gear.
Wow.
And he don't want no money. Wow. Mr. Patterson, check it out. There's more to the story. Hold on. Come here. Patterson eventually became Mario's legal guardian and acted as his personal manager, business manager, record company, and publisher.
Okay.
Now Patterson and Mario ended their business relationship in 2004. I guess Patterson's probably still getting checks, though. And Mario's sitting there making $15,000 a year. I mean, he said he got $50,000. 2-album deal. He's got about $50,000. Oh my gosh! Wow. But bet your wardrobe is fresh to death. Ain't a young dude. Wow, I want to know the rest of the story, though. Is the father back in the life? Is the mother off drugs? What's Clive Davis going to do to help our friend Mario? Mario? Take a cue from Ryan Seacrest and get in there and get your dough. Wow. Okay, you guys. Nicole and James and Nikki, I see you guys are on hold. If you give me just a few moments. James wants to talk about Jamie Foxx and Gabrielle Union. He's calling from Virginia. Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the week. But anyway, you all right, keep it where you got it. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Ray J's an hour late, but he'll be in next hour, and that's for show.
Wendy, man.
This show is crazy. Just make sure it stays broadcast right here, because it's crazy. Everybody I know loves it, even my mother.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS presents the WBLS Diet Pepsi Getaway and Play Trip a Day.
Get aboard JetBlue Airways and be our guest.
March 30th through April 2nd at the luxurious 5-star El Conquistador Resort and Country Club in Puerto Rico.
Lose yourself in the vibrant beauty of this grand hotel.
Perched on a 300-foot cliff overlooking the Atlantic and Caribbean Ocean. Relax and be pampered at the Golden Door Spa, El Con's tranquil path to inner and outer peace. Oh, hell, let's get to the point. We're gonna party. We're gonna have fun. I got DJ Quad coming from Jersey and JC Jace coming from Brooklyn and SNS coming from Uptown. We're leaving nothing to chance. Keisha Coles is gonna be entertaining us, and I need you to be at my private island party. It's Palomino Island. It's in Puerto Rico, and we're gonna get down.
Sponsored by Bally's Total Fitness. Meet your potential. The Universal Circus. Back in the tri-state area at Benjamin Rugg and Home Furniture Designs in Secaucus, New Jersey.
So listen to the Steve Harvey Morning Show each weekday morning at 7:15 a.m. He's going to tell you the next time you can call in and win.
Be the correct caller and pack your bags for the WBLS Getaway and Plane Trip a Day to the El Conquistador Resort in Puerto Rico. Or call Sheer Travel 1-888-212-4534 and book your trip to join us.
It's the WBLS Trip a Day Getaway.
Courtesy of Diet Pepsi. Light, crisp, refreshing.
And the station giving you fun in the sun.
107.5 WBLS.
WBLS and the New York City Department of Health encourage you to quit smoking. Call 311 for more information.
Hey, everybody. Yes, it's 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B classic soul and the Wendy Williams Experience. Lolo, I always forget how to address you if I address you on the radio, so I'll just say, Lolo, I got your package. I got the dots. I'm still getting sick off the dots. Thank you. And yes, your package will be getting addressed in the coming, not next, actually, you know what? Probably next month for one of the sidebars for the... You know what you sent me, and you know the deal. Okay. Damn, Lolo. this whole double personality thing, it's just weird. I can't reveal his name, or what he does, but I got it, Lolo. Thank you. Hey, Adrian Lloyd, not only did I take you back by saying Henrietta Hippo, but if you turn out the music, Goose, I'll sing you the song. It's the new Zoo Review, coming right at you. It's the new Zoo Review, coming right at you. And Tommy Story, who was very mean to me growing up, used to call me Henrietta Hippo from the New Zoo Review. Yeah. And remember growing up, we had the game Hungry, Hungry Hippo. Yeah. That's what I know about Henrietta Hippo. Adrian. Yeah, don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm on LA weight loss. I'm losing my weight. And I feel better than I ever could in my entire life. As a matter of fact, Tommy Story would say, wow, wow, wow. But he fell off a ladder and he's dead. Yeah. 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 We graduated from Ocean Township High School together. It's very sad. But he was a source of a lot of torture regarding my weight when I was younger. Alas, I finally harnessed I finally harnessed a diet that I can actually work with, a weight loss program, and it's LA Weight Loss. And it'll work for you, too. You don't have to go through a lot of the silliness that some of your forefathers and mothers went through. You know, vomiting, cigarettes and Diet Coke, water and air, you know. How about the gum and Tic Tac diet? You've never been on that? How about those diets where they send the food to your house, but you have to add water to make it blow up to look like a chicken sandwich? You know that. Whatever? Exactly. LA Weight Loss is the way to go. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's real food that you either cook at your house, which I highly recommend. You go get your own ingredients, and it's not recipes you follow. You just do the damn thing, you know? You cook it yourself. You go out to order it at restaurants or there's the grocer's freezer, which I love because you can cross-mingle the diets. You can take stuff from the smart ones and intermingle it with lean cuisines and and you must drink your water. There are so many interesting things about LA Weight Loss, and one of the bright spots in the diet is that you eat like 6 times a day. Little meals, little grazing meals. And when you have your dinner, it's real food. When you have your lunch, it's real food. Breakfast, how about a bagel? How about a bagel for breakfast? Yeah. Find out what millions of people already know. Lose weight with LA Weight Loss and keep the weight off. Don't just lose it quickly and crazily, and then the first morsel you put in your mouth, you start to gain it back. I'm talking about lose weight for a lifetime on LA Weight Loss. 1-800-448-TRIM. They are affordable, and millions of people are losing millions of pounds. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss. That's it. That's it. Come in, Justin. Shout out to Michelle Shupak in Marlboro, New Jersey. They had the size small. Yes. Excellent. LA Weight Loss. Did you hear that? So I went to H&M yesterday, and I knew I lost weight on LA Weight Loss, so I got a size medium belt instead of the usual size large that I normally get. So I got a size medium belt, and I didn't bother trying it on because, you know, I don't try anything on at a store. I'm too scared of double way mirrors. Not even a belt, and you don't even take your clothes off. I don't even bother, you know. I get home last night. I put on my size medium belt. Too big. So Justin, one of my interns, just went over to the H&M and got me a size small. Look at that. Maybe I'll wear this tonight to the party. Hey. Yeah, champagne and everything, China. George Vasselli. Hey. It's a sip and taste party, China. I understand China's in town. As a matter of fact, run this into Elisa. Thanks, Justin. Okay. China, I would love to come on the show. China's about to do something. I was reading about it the other day in the newspaper, and I cut it out to tell you guys about it today, only I just sent it out of the room, so I forgot what the story was. She's working on a television show with Anna Nicole Smith. Can you imagine those two together? Yeah, exactly. So China, you know, sober, clean, and clearly a friend to the show who clearly left us with fabulous memories and some of the best Trev Hollywood sound bites that we could ever judge up. I mean, just a plethora of good times. Hey. Yeah, so Michelle in Marlboro, she got turned on to the show because her neighbor, Madeline Rosenblatt, listens. And Madeline comes over into Michelle's house and says, look, this Wendy Williams, and she's from Monmouth County. Yeah, I'm from Ocean Township. And then Michelle says her daughter, Jillian, even listens and says, how you doing? We're infecting the suburbs. I love it. They live on the cul-de-sac. Look, she says in New Jersey, every afternoon on the cul-de-sac. It's very exciting since I started listening to you. Wow. Madeline Rosenblatt, my neighbor, introduced me to your show. We think you're wonderful, and we're happy to find out you're a local Monmouth County girl. Yep. My daughter Jillian, even knows how to say how you doing. That's from Michelle. Thank you, ladies. You know, I consider myself a suburban housewife who just happens to have an obligation, 5 hours a day in the city. I do. There's something about it. I just do. I consider myself, because this is not like work to me. This is like, it's fun. And I do put work into it, but it doesn't seem like putting work into it. It seems like, the effort that you put into anything that's well worthwhile. But I consider myself a suburban housewife, and I guess because I do suburban housewife things on my way to work. Like, I take our son to school, I go to Kohl's. Sometimes he and I get to Target before school starts. And so we're doing real stuff. Sometimes on my way in, I stop at, whatever I'm doing for my family. I get all that crap in the back of the car, and on the way home, I go grocery shopping. Kind of seems like when I come into the city, like it's just, I'm coming in to check phone messages or something, and then I'm going back home to get dinner started, like in the suburbs. Oh, no, I mean,
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing, Goose. All right, so look, we're going to continue with the break. It is the hour of truth, and we're gossiping our way through. I wanted to talk about a killing. I wanted to talk about a missing fake leg. I wanted to talk about a death. That's it. I mean, a killing, a death. I mean, and the third input and how they all relate to each other. No, keep it where you got it, everybody. It's Wendy from the suburbs until 7 on 107.5 WBLS.
Put that where? Back there. What's up? This is Rachel True, Mona from Half and Half, and you are listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Sometimes I get to talking behind the scenes. I feel like I'm breaking a blood vessel. I get all caught. Listen to this. Hey, Wendy, I'm 9 months pregnant, but I'm not with my baby's father. We have that on and off relationship. Whenever we're not together, he never calls, not even to ask how I'm doing. Now, I'm not sure if I want him in the delivery room when I give birth. This man has hurt me a lot, and I'm trying to go on with my life. Do you think he should be there for me for the birth of our son? Please advise. I mean, why not? Why not? Because you two might not be in a loving relationship, but what better way for him to begin to bond and man up, hopefully, than to be in there? I mean, who else would you have in there? Your best friend? No. Your mother? How old are you? Oh, it didn't say how old you are. I mean, why not have the baby's father? That was an intimate and unique time that you guys shared in making the baby. So, and it's going to be a business deal in you all keeping up your ends of the bargain to be co-parents, and you're both going to be loving parents, hopefully. So why wouldn't you have him in the room? I mean, as long as you vote for having somebody in the room. Why not your baby's father? His relationship with his son is separate from your relationship with him. So, please, Kia is on line number 6. She's calling from Baltimore and wants to comment about Tiss from 9/11. Hey, Kia, go ahead.
Hey, Wendy, what's going on, girl? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to know why you guys keep letting this guy.
But you know why? Because 9/11.
But Wendy,
this guy is 40-something years old.
43.
Okay? Now, if he has opportunity to get up every day, go down to the EEOC or whatever.
For 20 minutes and shoot the breeze.
File grievance and call you and bitch and complain. I don't want to hear all that.
Get a job.
I don't want to hear all that, Wendy. We could be talking about Flavor of Love. We could be talking about Desperate Housewives. We could be talking about anybody. Come on now.
I understand.
We're wasting time.
I know. Let's move on. Thank you, Kia.
Love you, Wendy.
Love you too. One of my favorite television actresses, only because she reminds me of like a neighbor that I like to go kick it with, and maybe have some drinks with. In my head, if I was a single woman, and that's Wendy Raquel Robinson. She just seems like she'd be fun to go next door. Hey, girl. Izzy and them just got the new flavor of Kush, and I got that bottle of Vaselli, and I don't know, from the Steve Harvey show, she just seems like a good girlfriend neighbor. And the funny thing is that she's going to be starring in an upcoming spinoff of Girlfriends. Wendy Raquel, I'm so happy for you. Don't move out of the neighborhood, though. I like having you next door. And this show is going to air on the new WC or the CW network. She beat out a bevy of actresses who were vying for the role as a young mother. A bunch of unknown actresses tried out. Among them, well, what's the point in saying them if they say that they're unknown? Do you know who Hosanna Sanchez is? Me neither. Kobe Belt? Me neither. I don't know these girls. But congratulations, Wendy Raquel. Superhead. Still beating it to death. I can't wait to talk to Ray J and find out whether it's really what people are saying and that's they're back together. And if Brandy is with Nick Cannon. Ray J's coming in next hour. Here's Superhead. Have you ever heard of this group called The Firm? No, not group, like saying group. The Firm. They're the management group, the entertainment powerhouse. They represent a lot of people. They've represented Leonardo DiCaprio and Paris Hilton and Snoop Dogg, Goldie Hawn, and whatnot. Well, she's signed Superhead with The Firm. Yeah. It's been 9 months since the release of Video Vixen, and it's back on the New York Times bestsellers list. It's back on the New York Times bestsellers list. People are reading this book to death. And so now she's signed. She's been on the Montel Williams show. She's been on, a bunch of other, stuff. So The Firm is going to help her secure a future for her and her son. Hey, Tyrese, how you doing? Hey. We had fun at the Dons and Divas. Tyrese and Kelly Price and Anthony Hamilton, friend to the show, on February 23rd, which is 2 days from now. They are all going to be doing something on BET for Celebration of Gospel. So it's a 2-hour special for those of you who are interested. February 23rd, Mary, Kirk Franklin, CeCe Winans, Dr. Bobby Jones, all of them. Yeah. Has anybody collected the Powerball jackpot money? I don't follow the lottery at all, and I don't play at all. But when last I heard that $365 million Powerball was somebody won in Nebraska, but has anybody collected it, claimed it, come out of the closet? How you doing? I'm rich. With it. Cuba Gooding Jr., some would say the whitest black man known to man.
Ow.
I don't know. I liked him in Boys in the Hood. That was he was in Boys in the Hood. And then I like his brother too. I just, the Jerry Maguire thing maybe did a thing. A lot of women have a problem, his wife is white and whatnot. But I just wanted you to know that he is hosting the NAACP Image Awards. This will be the 37th year having that, and it's going to be on March 3rd on Fox. Toni Braxton is a presenter, Ludacris, Vin Diesel and Nick Cannon. Ugh, Vin, the word is out. You are a popping queen. What? Wow, Vin. And they say your entourage is crazy and all the kids are all infused in your entourage. Doesn't he have a very old school Paris is burning delivery in his voice anyway? You can picture him dressed from lash to wig to, underpinnings. Taking a long pull on a barbell. Doesn't Vin Diesel have a smoked out older woman's voice? Yeah. How you do? Yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll be watching you on the stage at the NAACP Image Awards. Carlos Santana is going to perform with Anthony Hamilton, and Susan Taylor from Essence Magazine is going to get honored. That's nice. That's great. That's what's up. Oh, Kurt Gowdy passed away. You know, I'm not a sportsnista, but one of the rappers from back in the day put Kurt Gowdy in the rap, and that's how I know who he is. He died. He was the voice of the Boston Red Sox. Look, I'll give him the proper. I'll give him his propers. Keep it here.
George Bush doesn't care about black people. And you know, George Bush doesn't care about Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wow.
That I got raped in jail. Picture that. Me paying just a payback. To get Wendy Williams and I'm right back on the next down your throat. Anybody ever see Wendy Williams' fat ass about to put a $20,000 hit through Jenny Craig to come find your ass and put you in a fat farm? Thug like Outlaw Westside. This is Tupac, so you know what said it.
Experience.
Yo, did you get this flashback?
Hey, Emily.
Hola, Wendy. ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
How are you, baby? Well, listen. This is about the panic button.
Okay.
My husband loves it.
He does.
He'll prop his booty up and everything for it.
Wow.
But this is my problem. Afterwards, he's telling me, you think I'm gay?
He props his booty up for it?
Yeah, he'll want it. He'll want it. And the big finger at that.
Oh. Well, do you go in one knuckle or
no? It's only one knuckle.
Okay.
It's only one finger.
Yeah.
But you know, like he'll prop the booty up and everything, and then after he's like sorry for it.
I'm gay.
Well,
what do you think?
You know what? It's difficult to say. You know, that can go either way.
Right.
I mean, if he wasn't propping his booty up, waiting for it.
Yeah, he's waiting for it.
I would say.
Shake it and everything.
Easy,
Poppy.
See?
Up to my finger. My hand will be all towards my back, and he'll move that booty towards my hand.
I don't know. I would say it requires further investigation.
Right.
Like, is he trimming up his region? Does he trim it up and make it nice like women?
He does. he uses the clippers on it. Yes, he does.
This it right here. It's a day. It's a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Oh, here's Ray J right outside. Open the door. Let's bring him in. Here's Brandy's brother. Oh, he's always in good spirits. Hi, Ray J. How you doing? Nice to see you, star of One-on-One, you and your sister.
Live in full effect.
Listen, I watched last night, so that was both of you all's debut?
No, actually, I've been on for I think it was like his 14th show. I've been on all season.
Oh, okay.
And I did a deal with UPN where we got Brandy on the show. So
I have to say that I love the direction of Brandy's character on that show.
Did you like it? It was different, right?
I don't know what her deal is, because I know I was reading that Brandy has a TV deal. Yeah. Is that the deal, or is her deal for a separate show?
It's for a separate show, but actually Warner Brothers and UPN has merged.
Yes.
So next year it'll be the CW network, and she had her deal with Warner Brothers. So it was good that she did the show before they made the change.
Not only that, but she doesn't need to ride out. Even if she had a deal for her own show, I like where she is right now, right here.
And y'all watch, because a lot of new interesting things are going to happen.
And that's why, let me tell you something. One-on-One, that whole UPN Monday night lineup is what I keep on my TV. But I'm a grown woman, and I need a little bit of sassiness. Yeah. So I don't pay attention until Girlfriends comes on.
Yeah.
The other shows, they're just kind of there because your kids in school and Brianna, and it was time to break up Brianna on Arnaz.
We wilding out this season.
Yes,
we're doing a lot of grown-up things.
Last night's show is the beginning of a new pattern that I have for Monday nights, because I kind of lost interest in the show, and then Flex came on my radio show, and he was explaining to me that, he's no longer... that they went behind his back and all this other kind of stuff. And so I kept it on off the strength of Flex, but I am loving it.
Thank you. And it means a lot because, you know, we really want everybody to see the show. And you got Everybody Hates Chris. You got all of us. Yes. Girlfriends that's in the forefront. And doing stuff like this, it helps increase the ratings and people want to watch the show more. So I'm happy. I'm happy you're watching the show.
Yes. I was there last night. I was like, oh my God.
So, yeah, you know what? We were at a table reading. Somebody was saying that you were saying something about the show about Kyla and Jonathan from the show.
Oh,
everybody was laughing. Like,
yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Watched the show, so everybody was happy.
Well, tell me something. You and Superhead, we got because we have to get to the issues, you know, one by one. So we don't have a whole long time to luxuriate.
That's what's up.
You and Superhead, are you back together?
No.
This woman that I see you in the Jet magazine with, is this in fact your girlfriend you're sleeping with?
That's my supporter.
What does that mean?
She's my stylist too. Like, she always keeps me fly. That's Kim Kardashian. Like, she's like my best friend. You know
is this Robert Kardashian's niece?
Yeah, her daughter.
From the this is from the OJ trial.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys sleep together?
I mean, you know, we lay down and talk about things.
Make each other feel good.
You know, how long you gotta have somebody to make you feel good?
Yeah, I'm glad it's not Superhead.
Oh yeah, no, that ain't. You know, that was 18. I was 18, and at 18, you want to wild out. You want to experience that.
But you heard the word that you guys were back together.
I heard that. I'm happy I'm talking to you about it. Yeah, that was some. I don't know where that came from.
Did she come and give you some? You know. Did you let her give you some charity privates?
I wish she would have gave me some charity money for the book for my part.
all the talk.
At the same time, I seen her out and I said what's up and we hugged and that was it. And I guess that's what happened.
So how long have you and Miss Kardashian been making each other feel good?
We've been knowing each other for a while now, but we've been talking and working together for like 2-3 years.
Does your mom Sonia like her?
Yeah,
because she's the gatekeeper to your kids.
Yeah.
That's
Mom's
it.
Cool. Mom's is cool. Yeah.
All right. Now you mentioned the word wild out earlier. What about Brandy and Nick Cannon? Are they a couple?
Nah.
You had a birthday party.
Brandy threw me the crazy birthday party. Quincy Jones, Snoop Dogg, and everybody in between. Was there.
And
it was crazy.
And so, are these two romantic?
Nah, not at all. They just cool.
Okay.
They just cool. And I would tell you, they cool. They chilling. You know, B's just taking it easy now. You know, just taking her time with life.
She's gotten very thin. I saw her on the show last night. I was like, wow.
She's trying to hit the gym, trying to get the little six pack. And I told her, keep it kind of.
It's feminine.
Yeah, but nah,
she's got a feminine V love V.
Yeah, but keep it kind of a little chunky. I like chunky women too. I like women that's super fit, but I like a little something to grab on.
The way you're grabbing Miss Kardashian in the Jet magazine with Beyonce on the cover.
A little something to grab on.
So now your CD Radiation, it didn't do as well as you probably wanted, but the first single was The Heat.
No, we're killing them. The 300,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we sold 300,000. I'm independent. I'm putting it all out myself. So, you know, that's $3 million for your boy and a few other people I got to split it with.
That's all your money.
What I Need is about to come out and take off. I think we're going to go like 1 or 2 platinum with this. That's why I'm here to show you the video.
Yeah, for What I Need.
For What I Need, and it's crazy.
And you're debuting it tomorrow on BET.
Yeah. Everybody go get the album. We standing strong right now. We the #1 independent company out there. 300,000 sold is real big. One Wish, #2 in the country.
Isn't that something?
All independent though. That's what makes it something.
Yeah.
If I was on Def Jam or if I was on Atlantic, then that's something. But I got my new label, Knockout Entertainment.
I lost my perspective for a moment.
No
I
doubt.
forgot that this is all through Knockout.
It's all independent, and so I've done everything better than I've ever done in my music career myself with my new company.
Now, do you still hold?
Damn! Look at all that ice.
Do you
Jesus Christ!
Well, you know what, Ray J.
Lord have mercy.
One day you'll settle down, and hopefully you will adorn your wife.
Jesus Christ.
With something nice.
Y'all gotta see these rings.
But listen,
you got 2 wedding. You got an engagement ring and then 2 wedding rings.
Well, one is for
side.
Yeah, to balance it out. Plus, I have a big hand. You know. But let me just ask you, when last we talked, you had the main compound where you luxuriate as a bachelor, and then you had an apartment where you would bring some of your dustier boys and some of the girls that just didn't deserve compound status.
Wilding out crib.
Are you still living the same sort of way?
Nah, I'm living a young CEO life. You know, I just got my crib. I wake up early, go running.
Yeah.
I read my scripts. I got Shorty Mac, my rap artist coming. I got a lot of Brandy's definitely on. She's a partner though, because that's my big sister. She invested a lot into this album.
Okay,
so, we partners. But I just got a lot more work to do as a young CEO. So I'm so busy now to where I really can't wild out as much as I should.
Yeah, but you probably manage.
Yeah, but I do. Every time I go out, I wild out. But I go out a lot.
I was just reading about Ray J. This is not more than like a month and a half ago. You're talking about gang life.
Yeah.
Tell me about what we read, because you were talking about you.
Well, I put a song on my album called Centerview, and I grew up in a place called Centerview. That's in Carson. That's like 3 minutes away from Compton. And you know, in growing up, you know, as a young teen, you trying to find yourself. And I flirted around with gangs and violence and hanging out with the wrong crowd and being in the wrong crew.
Now, at this particular time, your sister was the star of her own show. Your family clearly was able to have money and luxuriate.
You were getting there. Like, I Want to Be Down was just starting when I was at my peak of getting in trouble.
Oh.
And so after that happened, I was just trying to be my own person. And while Brandy was doing this, I wanted to do something different. And I was rebelling. As a young teen, I mean, you go through that.
Yeah.
So, you know, Brandy came out. Everything started happening. You know, some things started happening in my neighborhood where I started getting in trouble. And somebody kind of shot up the crib a little bit on the side.
Your crib?
Yeah, where my grandma was at. And that was the turning point.
Based on your asinine moves in the street.
Yeah, just, you know, just me just being bad.
And your sister being a chart topper. So now people see these two dichotomies living in one house. You got a chart topping sister, and then you are in the street, but you're not of the street.
Yeah, but I want to be there.
Yeah.
I want to be there because I want to. Some people got to gangbang and be in the streets because they have to. That's the life that they've lived since they was born. But me, I rebelled and I went into that because I thought it was fun, it was cool.
And they resented you.
And when all of the bad things start happening, you understand that, you know, it's not all fun and games, and family is important.
Take us to the night of the shooting on the side of your house. It was your grandmother's house.
Daytime.
You and your grandma, your whole family. We've all read the articles. We know you're close to your grandmother.
It was daytime. Walking down the street, my grandma was sitting outside in the garage. I was right by the wall, like about 20 feet away, and they pulled the guns out at me. And kind of my grandma was there, and it was a big shotgun.
Yeah.
And at that moment, he could have shot me and killed me, but he just kept rolling. And then later on down the street, my other friend got shot. So it was just all happening right there in front of my face. And it was like God just like woke me up at that moment and said, dude, you tripping.
What'd your grandmother say?
She didn't see it.
Oh.
You know, if she didn't see it, it kind of moved by. So it was so fast.
Yeah.
But, you know, we did hear the shooting down the street. And this is all before we moved out of the hood and everything.
Yeah.
So, and I was young, and I'm not saying I'm proud of that, but I definitely learned a lot.
It was a turning point in your life.
Yeah, I learned a lot about family and about being responsible and being positive and doing positive things and being humble. All those things played a part in that.
Yeah. Wow.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm cool, man. Y'all go get that album too. Centerview and the intro speaks on that. It'll help people, you know, it'll touch people in a way where I think you can learn from it and really vibe to it, and it'll remind you of all the mistakes you've made and learn from.
Right.
You know, you can really feel that on this album.
Now, you've been in doing a bit of show business since you were 8 years old.
Yeah, I've been putting in work.
What was the first commercial that you did?
I did a Chrysler commercial first. Yeah, I did a Chrysler car commercial. Then I did a McDonald's commercial.
Yeah.
Then I did a few other commercials.
And that's because that's how you got it cracking. And then you were on. You starred in Sinbad's show.
Yeah.
That was many years ago.
Yeah, that was a good show. Sinbad didn't want to move forward with the show, but the show's ratings and everything was great. But he decided to move on into movies.
Then you went on and you became a regular on Louie's show.
Yeah.
And then you have your singing career. Your love life is on board.
Love life is on board. Life is on board.
Yeah.
I'm healthy.
Yeah.
You know, we making money and we striving every day, and it's fun. The struggle is fun. When you can enjoy the struggle, I think you'll always kind of be in the game because you enjoy the challenge of everything.
What kind of car games do you have now? What do you got going on at your house?
I just bought the new GT Bentley. Limited edition Mulliner. It's white. It looked like a Nike tennis shoe.
Wow.
It's crazy.
The lines are nice.
It's crazy.
Yeah. What else do you have?
I got the Range Rover. And I got a motorcycle, a Triumph 969 Daytona. And that's it.
You think you're talking over my head? I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Do you have lawn service at your house and whatnot? Lawn service?
Everything.
Now, who are some of your neighbors?
Well, I heard Nick Lachey just moved down the street, but I don't know if that's true or not. I stay in like a private community.
Yeah, gated community.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Just because I had to get into the gates, because the last time it was crazy. I had people outside following me, waiting for me, haters, all kind of stuff.
So, Kim Kardashian, is she like wife material? How does it, because you're how old now? 25. 25.
Yeah.
So, are you dating for the purpose of sizing somebody up to be married or a baby's mother or, you know, like a solid future with somebody? Or you just, how does it work when you're 25?
Yeah, I'm at that point. Because when I was like 19 and 20, I really wasn't thinking about that at all. I just like to wow out.
You're not supposed to. I don't even think you're supposed to be thinking about it at 25, I'll be honest with you. But you're different than most 25-year-olds because you're in entertainment. So your 25 is really 35 in terms of what you've seen, what you've experienced, and how much you probably realize when you come off the road and stuff. A house is not a home without somebody to be there holding it down.
That's real. And I love older women. You know, that's my thing. I like women that
How old is Kim?
Kim is 25, but she's older in the mind. Yeah. But, you know, a lot of my situations that I used to deal with back in the day, friends, per se, was just all, like, older women.
So now, who are your friends now? Like, guys that we know? Are you friends with T.I., for instance?
I know T.I., he cool. Okay. I know everybody out there, but I really haven't been hanging out with a lot of celebrities. I'm still cool with Snoop. That's my boy. You know, Daz and Corrupt, and, you know, Game is cool. But I just been really knocked out. Just knockout entertainment all the way. Shorty Mac.
How is that fitting in with your acting schedule there on the show? Because I like you on the show, too. I know I was doing a lot of crowing about Brandy, but I like the both of you. I like the both of you together. Not for nothing, you will always be, to me, Sonia's kids.
That's what's
the
up.
quintessential brother and sister. And there is nothing wrong with that.
All the time. I love B, and the schedule hasn't been really crazy. I'm on hiatus right now, and now I'm about to go touring. Now I can really take the album where it should be. We got 300,000.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's money in the bank. Yeah. But we're going to take it all the way to platinum. Everything's on board. It's beautiful.
Good for you. So you're doing radio tour right now. And as you stop in each city, like, are you performing here in New York?
I gotta go to St. Lucia. I gotta go to London. And then I got to come back here and do some stuff.
So I want to go back in the office now with you and watch the video, but we're going to say goodbye for the radio portion of what's all going on. Everybody, give it up for Ray J.
Wendy Williams, we made it, baby.
And you know what?
Top of the world.
And we love when you come in on the show. Always something interesting, and you grow more each time we get to see you. So now we're going to go into the break. I'm going to go watch this video. You all, of course, can check it out tomorrow on 106 and Park.
Yeah, I got a hot girl that's in the video. After you see it, you come back and tell them who was in the video.
I will.
It's blazing, it's sexy, it's grown and sexy.
I will. All right, everybody. And we'll be back.
Hey.
It's Wendy, man.
I've been with my boyfriend for 14 years, but he's so lazy, it's driving me nuts. I can't take it. It's driving me lazy. I went away for the weekend. I left this in the sink. I came back 2 days. It was still there. He don't sweep the floor. Dust can pile up on the computer. He does absolutely nothing. He does nothing.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
It's WBLS 107.5, 26 minutes after 6 o'clock. I was just thinking to myself how much I'm looking forward to speaking with Roy Simmons on Friday. You know, he's our book read for this month, the Wendy Williams Experience Book Club, where, you know, I encourage, there's some pretty good books out. And I encourage you guys, to know about them. If you want to read, fine. If not, that's fine too. But Roy, he was the second NFL player to come out and say that he was homosexual, and then he's HIV positive, and he's got this great book called Out of Bounds in stores now. The problem is that at the same time that he was supposed to go on Oprah and do the rounds on Larry King and everything, James Fry was proven to be a liar, and so then everybody blacklisted Roy from being a part of their visiting thing. So he lost out. So one of the only places that he was at, one of the few places that he was able to come and express himself was here on the show. And he was here a few weeks ago. And I decided that for February, I would like to encourage people to read his book, Out of Bounds. And then on the last Friday of the month, which is this coming Friday, he's going to be coming in. So you'll be able to have an opportunity to ask him questions and whatnot about his book. So I'm looking forward to that. This hour of the experience is brought to you by Aveeno Lip Care. Time to talk about LA weight loss, 1-800-448-TRIM. What LA weight loss has done for me and millions of other people, they can do for you. They can help you as you help yourself drop some pounds. 25 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds. What is it that you need to lose? LA Weight Loss is there to help you. They specialize in one-on-one weight loss counseling, which is great. always somebody to talk to about, your food issues. They don't make you work out, but working out along with a healthy diet is of course the best suggestion, but they're not going to push you to do it. It's real food for real people, and it's affordable. LA Weight Loss is affordable. And so find out more about LA Weight Loss. Call 1-800-448-TRIM. It's worked for me. It can work for you. 1-800-448-TRIM. Thank you, LA Weight Loss. You guys, we're about 10 minutes away from giving away a trip to Puerto Rico. So I want to make sure that you guys know that, so that you are pot and cock on the telephone. If you choose to just call up and make your reservation, then you call at 888-212-4534. We're going to Puerto Rico March 30th through through April 2nd. March 30th through April 2nd. We're staying at the 5-star luxurious El Conquistador Resort Golden Spa. It's fabulous. Fabulous. Puerto Rico. Fabulous. The parties, Steve's golf tournament, the broadcasting by the pool, the whole bit. You'll be a part of it. Let's vacation together. Come on, let's go to Puerto Rico. 888-212-4534. St. Ives has got this terrific collagen elastin lotion. The collagen restores your skin. It helps renew it. It helps it feel like it did when you were a child and everything was right with the world, and you were so idealistic about life, and your skin reflected your innocence. Well, St. Ives is affordable. St. Ives Collagen Elastin. It absorbs fast. It works well. And it's affordable, which I love. I love all the St. Ives products, but this one right here I'm talking about, this Collagen Elastin, listen, try it out. See if you love it. It's St. Ives, another product that works for me, like LA Weight Loss. St. Ives, I love it. Thank you, St. Ives. All right, so let's keep this break nice and short and sweet, because we've got the bonus hour at the top of the hour on 107.5 WBLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Line number 3, Josh wants to talk about Coretta Scott King. And Josh, hi Josh.
How are you, Wendy? Love you, girl.
Josh, you sound so queenie.
Thank you.
And you are so young. You're 15 years old. All right, let's talk about Coretta Scott King, Josh.
Okay, yes. Died at the age of 78. And this is what really got me upset. I go to school today, and I'm like, oh, my God, brother. I'm like, brother, she died. They're like, who? Coretta Scott King. He's like, oh, my God, are you serious? So I go to class, and I'm like, Coretta Scott King died. And they're like, who? And I'm like, have we gotten so comfortable up in this world that we don't even know who she is? I'm like, what? What? I don't think so.
If he delivered the message like this, then you understand why it is everybody's confused. I picture him standing in a Catholic schoolgirl skirt, looking like Britney from Oops, I Did It Again, with his brother, Coretta died. What?
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Yeah, it's time to go to Puerto Rico. I'm looking for caller number 20 on the phones at 866-GET-WENDY. We are going to have a wonderful time. If you are within the sound of my voice, I want you to jump on the phones right now. Hey, look, we can start this off from caller number 1 just to make this good. Hey, hey, you're caller number 1. You're caller number 2. You're caller number 3. You're caller number 4. Hey, it's the Wendy Experience. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. You're caller number 5. Call back, okay? Hi, you're caller number 6. Yeah, you're number 6. You're number 7. Hi, it's Wendy. You're caller number 8. We're going to Puerto Rico. You're caller number 9. I would love to give you this trip. Unfortunately, you're only caller number 10. Hi, it's Wendy, and you're caller number 11. You're caller number 12. You're caller number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's go to the phones and get ourselves a winner. Oh, it's the Wendy Williams Experience, and you're caller number 20.
Wendy.
Yes.
Wendy.
Yes.
Wendy.
You're going to Puerto Rico.
Wendy, no.
Yes.
My birthday is March.
Wow. Happy birthday. How old are you going to be?
I'm going to be 32.
Perfect. Who are you going to bring as your plus one on this fabulous trip?
My friend.
Your boyfriend, girlfriend? What is
No, he's a male. He's going.
Yeah. Well, terrific. What's your name?
Latanya.
Where are you calling from, Latanya?
Boston.
Terrific. Shout out to everybody in Boston. Latanya's going to Puerto Rico.
And I work right by Northeastern where we used to go to school.
Isn't that fabulous? Great. What's your last name, Latanya?
Davis.
Okay, so now you know we are going to Puerto Rico March 30th through April 2nd. Make sure that you put your vacation time in.
I am tomorrow. I'm about to have a heart attack right now.
Terrific. Now I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to take all your information and give you as much as we can right now behind the scenes. Seeing you on this trip, be prepared to party.
Check out these hot numbers. Oh, honey, they are stunning. I'm at the HSBC President's Day sale.
Now you can get 4.5% on a 9-month CD. A great way to save for vacation or a big purchase. Plus, get special deals on promotional money market accounts, home equity loans, and credit cards.
I may go back for more tomorrow. Take me with you.
Visit your local HSBC branch or call 1-866-84.
Yep. Wendy, I love you.
Oh, you're welcome, Latanya. Hey, hold on behind the scenes. We'll take all your information. Okay. Congratulations again. I got to tell you guys something. Brandy's little brother has grown up, okay? He is loving Ananda Lewis down. And I asked him, I said, Ray J, why did you pick Ananda? He said, well, I wanted the older woman vibe, but I wanted her to be fly and still youthful enough, to give it up. Yes, she did charge him a pretty grip to be in the video, but nevertheless, it's Ananda Lewis as the love interest in Ray J's video, and you can check it out. It's going to debut tomorrow on BET. Brandy's little brother has grown the hell up and will still be remembered as Brandy's little brother. Well, it is what it is, Rage. That's okay, because she's Sonia's daughter. No matter what she does. Liza Minnelli sold her father's house with her stepmother inside. Doesn't that sound crazy? Wow. Well, Vince Minnelli, Liza's late father, had a Beverly Hills mansion, and it was sold by Liza for $3.5 million. Her elderly 98-year-old stepmother, Lee Minnelli, is living in the house still, and they promised. There was a promise made a long time ago regarding this house. No matter how many times it sells, no matter who buys it, Lee Minnelli will stay in this house. Throw the old broad a bowl of food and keep her in the basement. That's still in the house, right? At 98, what is she going to know for nothing? Well, under the terms of the sale, Lee Minnelli has to stay. It's a 58,000 square foot home. That's not big enough. I mean, when you have a strange 98-year-old woman in the house, I mean, we got to be working with at least 15,000 square feet just to keep her where? Over there.
Put that where?
With a separate entrance and her caretakers and everything. She's still living there. Liza inherited the house with Lee inside. Isn't that a blip? Mm-hmm. Do you remember this actor from The Godfather? I don't remember him, but then again, I don't watch many movies, but I know The Godfather. Richard Bright. Well, and he was also recently in The Sopranos. He was 68 years old, and he was hit. But what? Okay, then what do you want me to say? With a lawsuit, a baseball bat, or a bus? He was hit with a bus. A big old Academy bus. He was crossing the street at 6:30 in the evening on Saturday in his neighborhood in New York. There were no arrests as of Sunday. The investigation is continuing. The bus driver has said to the police that he was not aware that he hit anyone. He played a guy named Al Neary in the Godfather movies, and he also played, Al Neary was a bodyguard to the Corleone family. And he played in The Getaway in 1972 with Ally McGraw. He also did the Hill Street Blues, Looking for Mr. Goodbar. It doesn't say what he played in The Sopranos. I don't know. But what a way to go, right? Speaking of go, I gotta go. I love you guys for listening today. I do. Thank you, Ray J, for coming in. Thank you all for giving a little bit of your time. God willing, we'll all be able to reconvene tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bat channel. And you all take it easy. Bye.
party, baby boy. See you later. I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Yeah, the bonus hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is coming up next on 107.5 WBLS.
Hey, this is Vaughn Harper. Spend your weekends with me from 7 to midnight on the Quiet Storm. The only place you get that musical massage you need after a long, hard day.
There's a quiet storm, and it never felt like this before.
I'm here for you from 7 to midnight on the Quiet Storm. 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.
I don't know what's up with Little Kim.
Please, more gossip. You need to pick it up.
Wendy girl, who's the gay rapper?
Matter of fact, it's safe to say.
Rather controversial. Controversy in the rap world.
This is what I know how to do, so I'm not playing.
I hear you.
Go hard or go home. The chain playing.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you, I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
What is the movie called with the debutantes, the black girl movie? She's dating the white guy. Something new. I got a telephone call in the first hour of the show today. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the bonus hour. And it was from a man. I don't know what his ethnic origin was, but he was quite shocked by some of the things that he saw in the movie, and he said it seemed really fake to him. Now, you know me, I don't go to movies, and I know the gist of Something New. And the gist that I have learned from that movie is more about the interracial dating than about the social class of, the characters in the movie and the setting. So the caller was referring to apparently black people living a certain way, and he said it just seemed all fake. So there were a lot of people who, in and out throughout the day, have been sending me faxes regarding, and here's one from Kimberly in Philly. She says, Wendy, I listened to the caller who thought the uppityness of the blacks in the movie was fake. Many people, especially white people, are not aware that black upper class have debutante balls and memberships to social clubs. I went to school with many of them, although many are not down to earth. That lifestyle is definitely real. Yeah. Well, there might be a lot of black people who don't understand that lifestyle is real. I didn't know that was the gist of the social class of the movie. I was more listening to people talking about, the black-white relationship. If you'd like to call about anything this hour, feel free, 866-GET-WENDY. And I'll be going to the phone in just a few moments, just a couple of jewels to drop on you, including today's people poll question. From yesterday, it was, do you Botox? 1% of the audience says yes.
That means you.
That's me. And Dr. Janine, who does my Botox. It's just us, Janine. Everybody else is still lying and hiding. Or perhaps truly not Botoxing. Or maybe the Botox people did not go on the web that particular day, yesterday. Now, the new question on the people poll, you can go to my website, thewendywilliamsexperience.com. If your best friend was murdered, and you had information that would be helpful to the police, would you snitch? Would you snitch? And you can go to with a website and answer that question. Wendy, I'm a 25-year-old dating a guy who's 36. Now, we've been dating for 4 months, and he recently took my virginity. Oh, yeah. My thing is, what makes somebody, after holding on to it for so long, give it up? Like, who is this guy to her, a 36-year-old that she's been seeing for 4 months, to give it up? Let me read the rest. Now he wants me to have his baby. He already has several other kids, but no sons. He wants to have a baby with me. At times, I think he's using me. He brags to his friends about having a hot, young, virginal 25-year-old that he broke in. Also, he wants me to get an apartment, and he says that he will pay the rent. Right now, I'm still living at home. I want my own apartment. Just all those years of saving just to dump it on some that he can handle. He's bragging about you. Of course he's using you. He's using you. Don't have his baby. Don't move into the apartment for him to pay for. At 25 years old, it's about time you think about moving out of your house anyway. I don't know why you're living at home. You know, it's time to move out and stand on your own 2 feet. I mean, congratulations. Welcome to the club. Yeah, to the oh yeah, baby club. But, like, it's so anticlimactic. Like, you could have at least done a Jessica Simpson and married the lug. I mean, I see a point to Jessica saving. Girls like that. You know, you save. Marriage is what it is. It doesn't work out for everybody. Then you get divorced. But she had good intention for what it's worth. This right here, 25 years old. She's a virgin. She meets a 36 and he's bragging. Of course, it's bragging rights to a lot of people. I wouldn't move in with him. Or, get an apartment where he pays for it. I definitely wouldn't have his baby. And there's no guarantee that you're going to have a son. And as far as I'm concerned, I would wipe my slate clean and start over as a virgin again. The next guy I introduce myself to, I'd say I'm a virgin. And I would make better choices next time. You don't go all that time. The pressure is on from 14 to 25. What? Do you remember being 14? The pressure to spread the legs is on. So she kept her legs snapped shut for 11 years. Just, her first time being pressured was 14. 11 years, only to unload the goods on him? As far as I'm concerned, in my mind, I'm still a virgin. And I'm going to act like this didn't even happen. And I'm going to get my own apartment, and the next man that I meet, I'm going to make sure that he's worthy. And we're going to start engineering this towards maybe a Nick and Jessica or something like that. I mean, something. Because what's the purpose in saving it? You save it because you want to make sure it's the right guy. You save it because you're scared of heartbreak, which is, unavoidable. You save it because there's a whole world of STDs out there and you're very scared. But you dump it on a 36-year-old seasoned pro?
Wow.
With a bunch of kids? Oh, what is the point in saving it then? What is the point in saving it? I don't know. Listen to this one. Wendy, I'm 20 years old. I'm a young man who lives in New Jersey. I go to school full time. I recently came into a lot of money, about $5 million. I come from a middle class family. I've never been rich and I don't have any friends who are rich. I don't know what to do, Wendy. We all have dreams of having a lot of money, but it just causes confusion. I have never struggled financially, but I've never had this much money. So I bought my mom and my grandmother their own homes and cars. I bought myself a new car. I didn't move. I don't have expensive taste. I bought myself a Honda, Wendy. Most of my friends, this is a guy after my own heart. So scared that the money's going to go away. You know what I mean? He buys himself a Honda. Yeah. Most of my friends that know about the situation don't treat me any differently, but some have. I'm not a bank, and I have had to cut friends off and even some family members. Wendy, I thought I would ask you, since you are probably... No, you're wrong. He says a wealthy woman. A wealthy woman. However, I am scared. The thought of the bottom falling out makes me do some very frugalistic things, like in between getting, like having a nice luxury car. I have been known to have a Jeep Liberty. Yeah, a very basic window crank cloth seat. Just nervous. You know what I mean? Turn the heat down to 40 at night.
Money in the mattress.
Yeah, not the heat down thing, because I'm scared that the pipes will break and then the plumber will come and that'll be a fortune. Wow. But I have to tell you, I have to be persuaded to do a lot of things. I mean, I like nice life, but no, I don't know anything about this right here. Let me see what he's going to ask. I like the sound of that sentence. I thought I'd ask you, Wendy, since you're probably a wealthy woman. How do you conduct your friendships with people who have significantly less money than you? Ew. Not friends with them. No. Is it right for me not to volunteer to pay for dinner every time we go out and always pay for movies and always pay and always pay? I've had serious thoughts of putting away enough money to pay for school and some money for a rainy day and give some to charity. Wendy, what should I do? My grandma and I and my mom are pretty much the only family, and they support anything that I do. I would not feel obligated to pay. You know what you do when you go out with your friends, you go to one of those places that everybody can pay. And if you're feeling especially generous, then you take them to a place where only you can pay, and then you pay for everybody. But no, you go out and you do just enough wherever. It's life as usual. And if they don't like it, too bad. Act normal. Exactly. Act normal. Face forward. Don't look over to the side. Don't stare. Don't stare. Don't stare. Act normal. Act normal. Act normal. Act normal. You need a money manager or somebody to help you make your investments. You want to get your portfolio going. You mentioned that you bought your mother and your grandmother a home. You bought yourself a new car. How about buying yourself a home? A couple of homes. The home to live in and a home to have for rental property.
Investment property.
Huh?
Investment property.
Yes, investment properties. Sure. As far as your friends, they're going to come and go. You're 20, with money or without money. Friends will come and go.
Back there.
Now you can buy yourself the best friends ever, though. Why slum it with them? Now you can be friends with Paris Hilton. No, you know what? Focus on school and try to maintain your friendships. And don't let this money drive you crazy, Sebastian. Don't let it drive you crazy.
You know, we hook us up, so.
Yeah, we'll take a hookup, Sebastian. Mrs. Brendan is on line number 1. She wants information on Alan Payne. Mrs. Brendan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what kind of information on Alan Payne?
Well, I haven't heard anything new on the actor. Because it's Black History Month, me and my mom, we've been watching a lot of black movies.
Yeah.
And I pulled out a movie that someone gave me a while ago called Blue Hill Avenue. I was really taken back by the movie because I didn't know Alan Payne was in the movie. It was a great movie. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, I know that this man has been in a lot of movies. Mm-hmm. Where is he? What is he doing? What's going on with him?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what he's doing and what's going on with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Brendan.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
You too, hon. Bye-bye.
Before you got all on your doctor's nuts, this would be Dr. Ian Smith. You stated that Michael Strahan and his wife were having problems and that Dr. Ian and Michael were spending a lot of time together. You suggested the how you doing factor, suggesting a homo relationship between them. Wow. And you're not man enough to ask him about that. If and when he finds out about what you said, I hope that Dr. Ian drops your nappy ass head. That's from Lex Dada. Lex Dada, I never suggested anything homo with Michael Strahan and Dr. Ian. I know Dr. Ian has got a lot of sports friends, a lot of socialite friends, a lot of friends. You know Dr. Ian, everybody from Celebrity Fit Club. So I don't know where you got this, but I'm glad that you faxed and you listened, and I hope that I've satisfied you. I don't detect anything remotely homo about Dr. Ian. And I'm not saying that because Dr. Ian's friend to the show. And I don't know Michael Strahan, and I haven't heard anything homo about him. I know he and his wife are all the talk of Bloomfield Avenue. Everybody knows a little piece of their story, or thinks they do. Thank
What's
you.
up? This is Dr. Ian Smith. You're listening to the bonus hour on 107.5 WBLS.
How you doing? Vaughn is 40 from the Bronx, and he wants advice on kids and stress. That's number 2.
new caller.
Okay, so LT, line number 3, wants to comment on the new marijuana candy. Ooh, LT, what?
Wendy, first of all, for Lex Dada, Lex Dada needs to fall back. You are very well at asking direct questions when you need to know something.
Yeah, I want
to put it out there.
Yeah, thank you, LT.
Okay, so yeah, this is new thing, man. It's on the news all over the place. It's called Chronic Candy.
Oh.
They have flavors like Blue Haze, Chronic, Hydro, Purple Urkel, Rasta, Strawberry Cough. And they're saying that this candy is just geared towards adults. And you have to be over the age of 18 to even purchase it.
Mm-hmm.
And what parents are saying, I went ahead and emailed you over the link because like parents are upset and outraged because, I mean, come on, kids eat candy.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? This is strictly geared towards children.
Well, we used to smoke the smoky candy cigarettes with the smoke popping out also.
You remember that?
Sure, I do.
But I mean, that's a little bit, I think that's a little bit more, I mean, that's still a legal drug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just, I couldn't imagine seeing young cats, young kids actually going to the grocery store wanting a Chronic lollipop.
Yeah, but then again, maybe your local Gristedes is not the one to be selling it. It'd be the mom and pop bodega, right next to the Chico sticks above the lemon heads.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wendy, are you gonna watch Oprah tomorrow?
Well, who's on Oprah?
Okay, well, Oprah, I guess all the money that people have donated to the Angel Network, she's buying, she purchased a whole neighborhood for the Hurricane Katrina victims tomorrow.
Wow.
So on her show, she's going to have houses fully furnished, that big old Oprah thing. That'll probably make everybody cry.
Wow. Oh, wow, that's big.
I wanted to know if you were going to be tuning into that or not.
Well, I'll be in and out of the office. I do want to see some of the houses. Yes.
Yeah, she's going to be doing that. She got Nate Burkus who designed all the houses. Decorated all the houses, and it's like a whole, literally like a neighborhood, maybe 15, 20 houses.
Wow.
So, Oprah's doing big things. But listen, Wendy, did you get my email? I've been sending you emails because I started an entertainment website, 01lt.com.
And what's on there?
It's just entertainment news. What you do. I'm inspired by a lot of the things that you do and talk about. So I'm really, really good on the computer. So I just kind of designed my own website.
Oh, now what is your web address?
It's O1LT.com. So letter O, number 1, LT.com.
O1LT.
O1LT. I've been sending you emails, on different things that I've been covering or something or things like that. And I thought that maybe you would hit the link, because I know that you aren't very computer savvy, so I made sure to put the hyperlink inside the emails. All you have to do is click it.
Oh, wait, we're on your website right now. You have Oprah and LL Cool J. And
that's me.
Oh, wow, look at your website. Yeah.
I designed that. So, I'm always inspired by I listen to you every day. So I was at work one day and I was bored, so I just designed my own website. So.
Well, look at this. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take the time to look at it. I just want, I'm a fan. I listen to your show every day.
Thank you, LT.
So thank you. And also, I'm looking for that George Pacelli champagne now. I'm down here in Atlanta.
I know.
When is it coming down here?
It'll take a moment. Like all good things.
Okay.
The champagne is first of all, I don't know what the Georgia laws are for clearing alcohol, but we have to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
First, we have to finish. We have to distribute in New Jersey. We got to cover the tri-state area first.
Okay.
We have to finish with New York State, New York City, and whatnot.
I heard it's good. I saw the Panache Report put a little advertisement shout out to you on there. I thought, oh,
they did. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you,
the
Panache
Report. She put a little shout out to you on her website.
Oh, that's my friend Myra Panache.
Yeah.
Friend in my head.
So well, thank you for talking to me. I'm sure this is the longest I've ever spoken to you.
Well, thank you very much, LT.
I love you a lot, girl.
Have a wonderful day. Love you too. Bye bye. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's going to be at SPY tonight between 5th and 6th. SPY is a nightclub, and the address is 19. What's the address? West 19th Street. It's on 19th Street. We're going to be drinking champagne and having fun, previewing the George Vaselli champagne. Oh, Goose, you have your invitation. Are you wearing that? That's pretty cool. You don't have to change your clothes. You're going to change your clothes?
Yeah. I'm going home.
You are? And you're coming back out. I'm taking my son home. And then I'm going back, coming back into the city. SPY is on 17 West 19th between 5th and 6th. Doors open up at 9:30, and the champagne samples tasting and whatnot starts at 10 o'clock from 10 to 11. I suspect that the champagne tasting will go, past 11 o'clock. It'll go, more like 11:30 or something like that. But, come on and preview. This is truly, I'm not lying, the highest rated champagne, thanks to the Beverage Tasting Institute of America. It is a gorgeous bouquet on all 4 flavors. And if you don't believe me, you can go to tastings.com. Shout out to Liz in Shadyville, which is Queens Village. She goes, Wendy, I want to talk to you about the George Vasselli champagne. It is the best champagne I've had in a very long time. It is like the perfect it's like the perfect glass of champagne, and I'm a champagne drinker. A friend of mine that owns a winery, I had ordered 2 bottles for my birthday. The first bottle was opened that night. Needless to say, I went back and ordered a case, 6 full bottles. Wow. Thank you, Liz. It's really good stuff. Spike Lee speaking out against Hollywood, saying that, you go to any studio and the only black guy that you see is the guy at the gate, which is a lot true. Hollywood makes it a point of letting you know anytime you have to jump up about any racism or sexism or, what ism, that, they have women. We have women running the studios, which is very true. There are a lot of very powerful women in Hollywood. They're white women, but they're women. So, Hollywood feels as though it's covered the minority thing. And yeah, Spike Lee says that they take people like Jamie Foxx, Denzel, and Eddie Murphy, and only because they can make money off of them. Well, do they want jobs at the front of the studio? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I know that there, and unfortunately, because there aren't a lot of black people making decisions in Hollywood, people that have projects say, like, any one of the Wendy Williams projects that, has been tossed around out there before, you get people who aren't, non-folk. There's no other way. You get white people throw the whack juice all over my projects because they don't understand either A, my audience, like you all, and shout out to the white people and the Indian people and all you all listening right now. They don't understand. I mean, you would have a better understanding, but that's because you listen to the show. You understand? The only thing that they hear is being compared to Howard Stern. They hear that shock jock thing. They say, oh, we got something. And they see Splaboo and they assume I'm going to sign on the dotted line because I'm so eager to get my $5 million like young Sebastian in New Jersey. Then what they find is, I'm not a whore for the money. And nor am I, high or stupid. I want some control over my own, imagery. No, I don't want to do a show where you pair me with Montel Williams while he rides out. No, nobody watches Montel. Yes, no, this is real. This is real. I sat right up there in the president's office. Oh, I'm not talking at a school now. Oh, well. Because I could take TV or leave it at this particular point, like that end of TV. VH1, don't start, none won't be none. We in bed together. Zora for ourselves. But VH1 understands, like, we've been through it. You know what I mean? Like, nothing goes on without me saying, hey, I love it, or, whatever. I sat in dude's office with a bunch of other white people. They were like, well, you'd be a great sidekick for Montel Williams. You'd be like his field reporter, Ed McMahon, something just a little bit younger and just bring a little bit more hipness, to the situation. And then by the time he rides out, you will inherit the hell no. Hell no. They're sitting there on Beverly Boulevard telling me this, not realizing the impatience of New York gritty of you all. You give me 3 episodes on that Montel show, you'd be like, oh, Wendy is whack. And furthermore, I'm not listening to her radio show anymore. And furthermore. I'm not doing it. I'm not that beat for it. I get my happiness in other ways.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. I could just, the kinds of meetings that I've been in have been unbelievable. And so when you ask, like, why I'm not on, because I've got my principles. And I'm not high anymore. Thank God. and I am not, anal, but there is a certain amount of control that I must have over my own mess. Just a certain amount. What is it? I'm talking to the audience. Please, we have 30 minutes and then we're going home, okay? I'm talking to you while I'm talking to everybody else. I'm with him. Oh, okay. Well, then go ahead back. Back to the show. Anyway, so I hear what Spike Lee is saying, and he's absolutely right. Oh, Jerome Betts got a new job. Does everybody know this? He's going to be the NBC studio analyst for the Sunday Night Football, which is a brand new franchise. It's not Monday Night Football anymore. It's now Sunday Night Football. Who knew? They say his first day on the job is going to be in Pittsburgh on Thursday, September 7th, when the Steelers receive their Super Bowl rings. Why is it that you have to wait so long for the Super Bowl rings? I don't understand. Ben and Eddie at B&B Jewelry could do a beautiful job on the rings, have all the rings ready and lined up in time for the next Dons and Divas extravaganza, which certainly will be well before September 7th. Wow. That's nice. Oh, gosh. Nicole's on line number 5. She's 28. She wanted advice on sleeping around behind her lover's back. Well, you've come to the right place. Because in my mind, mother has lived. What do you need me to hatch a plan, Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the situation. I'll help you out.
Okay. Basically, it's, oh boy, I can't even...
Okay,
I'm trying to basically put it together. We basically moved out here from Virginia about a month ago because she had a better opportunity for a job placement.
Okay.
So I'm a chef. I don't want to say for which restaurant, but
you landed a job here in New York already too?
Yes.
Oh, good for you. Good. Go. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's older than me, and I kind of slept around with someone.
How old is she?
She's 34.
Okay, and you're 28. Go.
Yes. And, I mean, the guy that I ended up sleeping with.
You didn't just cheat. You cheated with a guy?
Yes.
Oh, that's a double drama.
I know. Wow. And, I mean, I've never been with a guy.
What?
I've never.
Did you love it?
Yes.
Do you think that you're still a full-time lesbian, or you might be more bisexual?
I don't want to go that far to say that, but
you enjoyed it.
I did. Just being around him is very intense, and it's just fiery.
So you want to keep it going?
I would like to, but at the same time, it's like I'm in a relationship. We've been together for going on 7 years right now.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't want to end it. And I don't want her to find out. And
so then the thing that you should do is just end this relationship with the guy.
And I tried. I did try.
How do people say they tried? Now, what is this? You're not trying hard enough.
I tried. And he just keeps calling me. He's like,
calling you on your cell phone or the house phone?
Wow. No, the cell phone.
You need to end this right away before this whole thing blows up in your face. Now, I got on the phone. I was going to help you hatch a plan, but you've been with her for 7 years. You came here to New York together. You have something to hear you tell it. It's not my fault you missed out on the deals. Oh, well. I'm saying, nope. You made your bed. Now you lie in it.
But my whole thing is like, should I even say anything to her?
No! What? Tell on yourself for cheating? Are you out of your mind? No, keep your mouth shut. Get rid of the dude. And welcome to New York. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. Dreadlock is on line number 6, wants to comment about Foxy Brown's niece.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
Good.
This is Dreadlock.
Hey, Dreadlock. What do you want to say about Foxy Brown's niece?
Oh, on January 18th in the Daily News, they had the whole story about her brother Milan.
Foxy's brother Milan?
Milan, uh-huh.
I didn't know Foxy had a brother named Milan.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yep. And it was the whole thing was in the Daily News, and it even said how Foxy and her brother went to see the baby in the coffin. That's the first time he laid eyes on her.
What?
He left
baby?
the mother when she was 6 months pregnant. Okay. And he was so overcome that he ran out of there and left Foxy in the funeral parlor. I hear the cuckoos. I'm still on the story because it's so intense that everybody slept. Why Foxy Brown can't hear that, there's more drama going on in her family.
Foxy has a brother outside of the ones that we already know, Anton and, I don't know a brother named Mignon.
Listen to the tape. She's thanking her brother. You have a tape that you play about when Foxy was thanking people for coming to her aid when she lost her hearing. She thanks her brother right there.
Oh.
It's on your tape. Play the tape. And then you could say you heard that here.
I heard it first from Dread in the Bronx.
Okay.
Hey, what newspaper was this in?
The Daily News, January 18th, page 4. I kept the page because I was going to fax it to you, but it doesn't fax well.
Justin on errands today. Justin, can you go online to the Daily News, January what? 18th, and look at page 4. All right, there's no more errands. The post office is closed. We don't need any more chips. I got my pantyhose for tonight. You got them earlier. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, have a good night. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Dread. Abraham Lincoln was a good old man. He jumped out the window in his hand and said, "Hey, mother, father, I'm Superman." That's what Mikkel Hayes says that their Abraham Lincoln song was. Wow. Shout out to Randy Pearson and everybody over at Jolie Magazine. Randy, I got your email. Elisa, Rachel, Randy, and Don. Everybody at Jolie. The February issue's on newsstands now. It's for a now and happening black woman. It's partially owned by Vivica Fox, or Vivica has something to do with it, although I must say that I am still... What was funny?
You were saying the song.
Abraham Lincoln? Thank you. Although I'm still confused as to Vivica's involvement in the magazine. And it's a bi-monthly magazine. And I do the advice. And I know that my next column will be ready when you guys want it to be. And I'm going to change my pictures around every month. But Jolie Magazine is available on newsstands now. And it's what's up. There's great tips on, beauty, career, and, the stuff other magazines have, except this one's more special. It's kind of where Essence leaves off and Honey left off. Honey was a little bit younger than this magazine. Anyway, this girl's prosthetic leg was stolen for the second time. The leg is worth $16,000. And somebody broke into her house, rummaged through her room, didn't steal a thing but the leg. The story was much more interesting when I was reading it in my head. That felt like a lead balloon, didn't it? Let's move on quickly. Okay, so I have this this page that I ripped out of one of my magazines, but I copied it, and I'm not sure which magazine I got it from, but it says wedding trends. What's a do and what's a don't? So are you getting married? Well, having your best male friend, ladies, to be your maid of honor. 54% of people say it's a do. 46% of people say it's a don't. The groom or bride singing a love song to each other. Oh. 48% of people say it's a do. 52% say it's a don't. Yeah, we don't want to hear it. Oof. Staying celibate for a period of time before the wedding night. 74% of people say it's a do. 26% of people say it's a don't. But what's that period of time? 60 days? Okay. 6 months. Requesting that guests wear only a certain color. 14% of people say it's a do. 86% of people say it's a don't. Why is that a don't? I wouldn't be upset if I was invited to a wedding. And mind you, I don't even believe in the ceremonies anyway. But why is that a don't? We want everybody to wear purple. Why is that a don't? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be offended by that. I'd be offended if you started singing love songs to each other, though. And I don't want your best friend to be your maid of honor unless the best friend is going to be Queenie like Just Jack. Because otherwise, I'm raising my eyebrow as Botox as it is during the whole wedding. Like, she's marrying Bruce, and she got David standing next to her, looking all manly and good. What the hell is going on in the front of the church? Somebody stand up and say something. Registering with a mortgage. Oh, now see, what the hell? Registering with a mortgage lender so guests can help make the down payment for your house. 74% of people say it's a don't, thank God. 26% of people say it's a do. Wow. Having your dog walk down the aisle, thank God. I know we're living in the time where dogs are people's best friends, better than humans. But thank goodness some things dogs still aren't allowed to do. 63% of people say hell to the no. And 37% of people say it's a do. So that's what's going on the wedding front. They got how much your wedding should cost and everything on the back. Look at these people. It's $400,000 on the wedding. These people paid $30,000. And these people paid $950. You want to hear about the $950 wedding? First of all, they're from L.A. She bought her dress for $100. She said, I bought silk and a friend made it. Okay. Those seams looked crazy, but she only has to wear the dress one time. The food, $750. Dinner for 22 people at a fish restaurant. They went to Aunt Catfish's or something. Oh boy, music $0. We had the sound of the ocean. Yeah, they are white people. Yeah, I know you're wondering. Hey, must be white. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Flowers $50. The trick is I didn't say they were for a wedding and save $200. Wow, that's big. You don't say your flowers are for a wedding and you save money. So the most expensive thing was dinner for 22 people. This is my kind of wedding. No, it really is. What is it, Kevin? What is it?
Stop talking to me. Wait, I gave you the paper.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. We'll be ready to go in 20 minutes. All right, everybody, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. I'll be taking more of your telephone calls. We'll gossip. We'll talk about the day's events. I see Valerie, Cameron, and Karen on the telephone. You guys, please keep it where you have it, and I'll address you shortly on the telephones. It's Wendy until 7, and then it's Vaughn and the Quiet Storm on 107.5 WBLS.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Kiki Wyatt, and you're listening to the bonus hour on 107.5 WBLS.
Oh. Hey, everybody. Thanks, Kiki Wyatt. Excuse me, I asked you to leave. We're back from the break. Thank you. Foxy Brown's on the phone? All right, let's put her on. I think we have to say alleged because we don't know that this is Foxy Brown's aunt.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Wendy?
Good. Now, you are Foxy's mother's sister.
No, I'm her father's sister.
Okay. Is there a member, does Foxy have a brother named Mignon?
No. She has two brothers, Anton and Gavin.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's.
I don't like these lies, you know?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I was driving in my car and I just pulled over and stopped to call you.
Well, let me ask you, did you or any of the family members see that January 18th Daily News?
No.
How is Foxy doing now that she's gotten her surgery?
She's doing better.
Can she hear better?
Well, I'll let her discuss that with you. I just called to answer that question.
Okay. Well, okay. Wait, what's your name?
My name is Jeanette.
Thanks, Aunt Jeanette.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Yep, she wanted to get off the phone quick. She just wanted to give the information and not get caught up in any crap.
Because you know Foxy.
I hear that. Yep. So cut her off. I'm just playing, Danette. Please don't call back. Do you see that everybody on the face of the earth has that warm line number? How does Aunt Danette have the number?
Yeah.
I think Foxy was listening to the show, which means she can hear. And Foxy probably said, Aunt Danette, can you call? How does Aunt Danette? Maybe Aunt Danette was one of Frankie Crocker's old girls. I don't get it. Aunt Danette, I'm just playing. No, really, this number has been the same for years. You guys, Wendy, you were so flaky. Last week, you considered yourself a working mother. This week, you consider yourself a suburban housewife. Both. It depends on the day. Both. I consider myself both. A suburban housewife who happens to come into the city and lunch with friends. That's you guys. And then I go home, back to the suburbs. You want to hear a startling fact?
No.
I do this thing called the Wendy's Medical Minute during Advice Hour. And the Advice Hour happens in the 3 o'clock hour. So usually as soon as I go into the first break of the hour, I take time to do Wendy's Medical Minute. So, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I just, I read my magazines, the Ladies' Home, journals or whatever. I get stuff from offline. And I ask my doctors little tidbits, and then I share them with you guys. Wow. The National Eating Disorder Association did a study, and they found that a startling 42% of elementary school girls between 1st and 3rd grade want to be thinner. And I don't find times have changed that much at all, except for the percentage is lower. But I was in that percentage when I was in 1st grade. I clearly remember being on my first diet. It'd be a yogurt, and it'd be tuna fish mixed with mustard because mayo had too many calories. Yeah. And I remember dumping the whole lunch down the water, the drains, in the street. Taking money off my father's dressers just so that I could enjoy pizza. At that time, pizza in school was like, 55 cents. A chocolate milk was, regular milk was a dime. Chocolate milk was 15 cents or whatever. Gosh, I sound like Methuselah, don't I? Oh, my God. I remember walking to school with all the wagons passing me.
You have lived.
I've lived.
Long.
But I was part of this 42%. I don't think it was up that high. I don't remember there being a bunch of fat girls back then. Me, Elise Muchler, and Joanne Cortenhouse. That's it. Yeah. I don't remember any other fat girls. I was part of that, though. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to line number 1. Karen. She's 35 from Inglewood, New Jersey, and she wants advice regarding the workplace and a relationship. Karen, what's going on? Karen?
Oh?
Oh, Karen, why?
Who are you trying to speak to?
Well, I thought I was speaking to Karen. However, sir.
Oh, this isn't Karen, Wendy. This is Jay.
Well, hello, Jay. Are we fighting? Just let me know.
Fighting? Me fight you? Never.
Okay.
Never, ever.
All right. I thought we were fighting. All right.
We agree, we disagree, but we don't fight.
Okay. Well, hi, Jay.
We hug, we kiss, we...
Yes, we hug it out.
No, a couple of questions. Wendy, what would is it too late in the game? I'm not in the music industry. I'm just a regular consumer, but in terms of the CD that you put out, that was people came out, a lot of people enjoyed. What are the sales on that? That info?
Not as good as I wanted them to be. I mean, you know what it was? It was a classic case of a brick sales and a fabulous product.
Was it available in the store, in record stores and online?
Online, I'm not sure. In stores, yes, sure.
Right.
And I still stand by the CD. Doggone it, I still stand by the CD. It was good CD. I thought it was good music. What is it, Hollywood?
There's samples online.
Oh, there's samples online. All right, so there's samples online.
Yeah.
You go out and you get the CD. I would love it. It was a little try. You can't do everything. I tried.
Yeah, and one last thing. I know you have a lot of other people, but yeah, you look pretty nice. I saw you. I caught you.
Oh.
I'm in Manhattan, and the basic access cable.
Yeah.
They show everything from soup to nuts, and they had something on there with some coverage of you at that. There's a charity event. It's in the wintertime for AIDS.
Oh yes, the gay men's health crisis.
For sure, but you on stage, you look good, Ma. You really did. You look good. You had your hair was really, really big, and a fly little like chubby something. You look good.
That's me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I will keep up the good work, Wendy. I don't know about something else, but I really can't.
It's okay. I'm here.
Remember, it just gets my memory. It was about someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put you on hold and we'll come back and we'll ask you right before we leave.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, it's important.
Okay. Just put him on hold and then we'll get back to him. In the meantime, Cameron is on line number 6 from Short Hills. Did we speak to you last night, Cameron?
No. I called and I got cut off.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Yes.
I just want to say I love you. I'm calling from Short Hills.
Oh, well, thank you, Cameron.
And I have it's Cameron.
Cameron.
But I have a relationship question.
Okay.
I'm dating a woman. We've been dating for 2 years now. And about 2 weeks ago, we had a threesome with her friend.
Wow.
Her female friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just straight up lesbian.
Okay.
So, her friend had introduced a strap-on. And she did it, and I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when me and my girlfriend were together, and she did it, I didn't enjoy it. And I was trying to explain to her that it just feels different, and I don't know what it is really. And
well,
maybe
it's the
it was just
person.
that one time.
It's not the strap-on. It's the person doing the motioning with it. Kind of like a guy, It's just your friend apparently was very proficient at, the motion.
She was, and I was trying to maybe, you try to give people instructions and say, well, maybe you try this. She wasn't very receptive to it, and I don't really know how to talk to her and try to explain to her that, maybe try this or try that. She doesn't really know how to take that, and I think I need a different approach.
Well, I don't know what other approach you would do other than instructing her. Please, I'm not suggesting that you cheat. And I'm not suggesting at all that you break, your commitment to, lesbian. Wow. Damn. Why'd she have to bring that into the mix? Just messed you all up, huh?
I know.
You thought you were happy.
My girlfriend and I were very, very sexually compatible.
Yes.
And, usually everything works, but she tried that, and she's tried it every single time since. And I've just been like,
oh, she hasn't been able to capture the magic.
No.
Would you ever do the threesome again?
I would, but I'm afraid I don't want to hurt her feelings, because if I enjoy it with her friend again or with anyone else, I don't want to hurt her feelings.
If you saw the friend, say your girlfriend was out of town and the friend needed to borrow a cup of sugar and came over to the house, would anything happen? Would you be okay?
The thing about it is that she and I have been together. Our mutual friend, we've been together without my girlfriend, which makes me feel even worse because I enjoy that too.
Wait a minute, you've been with a strap-on friend without your girlfriend?
Yes.
So you've cheated on her already?
I cheated on her, and I feel really, really bad.
Oh my God, you slut. Oh, wow. I don't know what to say, except you might feel bad about cheating, but you'll feel even worse if she found out. Can you please stop cheating?
I mean, I want to stop cheating, and I don't want to continue. I'm not addicted to sex or anything, but obviously it's a big part of any relationship, especially with lesbians. It's hard to get that. Well, for me, it was hard to tap into that love thing because, to me, it was just a regular friendship. But then we got into the sex thing.
Yeah, but that one particular thing that your friend can't replicate, that you're just, oh my gosh, you're loving it. What are you going to do? You're not going to throw out the love because of that.
I don't want to.
All right, then leave it alone and bury it in the back of your mind and act like it never happened. That's it.
Okay.
You have to. You must. Or you risk losing everything.
I don't want to lose. That's the thing about it. We've been together for 2 years, and she's the person I've been most compatible with as far as, our feelings and sexually, too.
Okay, can I put this in perspective?
Sure.
You're 24 years old. You've been together since you were 22. Hey, breakup is inevitable. Probably better sooner than later. I mean,
probably, yeah.
I mean, I don't know which way you want to go with it, but I got to tell you something. Cheating is the coward's way out.
I know.
If you want to stay in this relationship, then you stay. And if you want to get out there and experiment with, strap-ons and whatnot and, open things up, then you've got to be a woman about this and take a trip like everybody else does, and what goes on the trip stays on the trip. I mean, you need one of those emergency trips to Miami.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I've
something.
done one of those.
Oh my gosh, you just are a cheat.
I didn't really like it. I'm a commitment person.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, Cameron, my dear darling Cameron, I have to go.
Okay, thank you so much. Can I call regularly just to say hi?
Sure, Cameron.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cameron, the rapper's got me all messed up and saying the name and stuff. Valerie in Queens, I have to go. Valerie, let's go back to line number 1 and see if we remembered. Hello?
Hello?
All right, now I have to hang up. Did you remember anything?
Yeah.
What did you remember?
I wanted to ask her about the Puerto Rican trip.
Oh, well, Archie, the Puerto Rican trip is March 30th through April 2nd. Would you like the telephone number?
Well, just the dynamic so far. I mean, what's the enrollment then? More men, women?
More women. Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Like she mentions on the air, I mean, I'm not interested in, in a big old cat trap, but what... is that the way it's looking right about now? More females than men?
What, are you gay?
How you doing?
I consider myself gay, although I don't really know about the word gay, but anyway.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. No, there are men going on the trip, but there's more women than men going on the trip. Does that answer you?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, there's some...
Well, I'll look into it, but I was...
It's in Puerto Rico, though, you can...
It all goes really nice, really sunny, not raining or nothing like that. Have you ever gone to Puerto Rico when it rains all weekend?
No.
I have.
Oh.
Not fun. But anyway, I guess it's indoor activity. All right, thanks a lot.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
I have one thing to say. I'm gay. I'm a homo.
I gotta go. Yeah, well, whoever's coming to spy tonight, I'm going home. I'm going to put on a very special dress, and I'm going to put more Aquanet in my hair. I'm going to tease it up even higher and bigger. I'm going to drop that kid off. I'm going to throw him in the shower, hose him down, throw him in the bed, reapply my lipstick, and leave. Hey. I'll see you all about 9:30 tonight at Spy Nightclub. Love you for listening today. Vaughn's up next with The Quiet Storm on 107.5 WBLS.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Oh, man!
And WBLS music starts next.